according to God. The white man is the devil.
See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white man. Need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone be. Boy, ask you to stop and ask you to profit. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I tell you once, won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up for parole because of the COVID. It feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Know that it's gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and know boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to prophets. Step, I'm solid for show. To them fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no token when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep it slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high. Got your baby pass through the fire. Ask you the prophets, that baby so belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will fail you, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
No? It's 2 pens. It's 2 pens over here? Look, watch, we ready?
Yeah, come
Let's
on.
go.
We're live now, sir.
We ready? We good? Let's stop it up. I wonder if I can move this in. Oh, that's it right here. That's all the mic could go. Hey, to what? I'm definitely giving it back.
You got some more rooms.
Why don't you put the thing a little bit closer?
It is.
All right, okay. Look for a longer cord. That's look for 18 foot. Yeah, I mean. Okay, no sweat, but I'll figure it in because that's for your Okay. All right, no sweat. All right, let's top it up. You got a shot at the thumb. You got a shot for DC scripture breakdown / law class. Wednesday in DC, we're rocking it out. I.S.U.P.K. under command and General Yahanna, home of the truth since 1969, started out of Harlem, 125th Street, New York, 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. All right. DC, of course, you all know we're going to be rocking our camp this weekend. Y'all come on down if you all want to, get some action. You all let Charlie Kirk take over all the damn campuses. Black people think he's the Messiah. You get the point? So definitely come on through. It's going to be a reckoning for sure, for sure. So if you're in the DC area, DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia, make sure you come on through down there, 7th and 8th Street, Northwest DC. We're going to be in the building. Let me know how the sound is on the YouTube if you're on the the stream. Let me know how that sound running. All right, if it helps. All right, let me know how that sound running. That might help us out a little bit more. Let me know if it's blurry, if it's clear, if it's sounding strong as normal, or if it's not so strong, so we could make the adjustments. All right, let's put it all. Tonight we're going to go into a few topics. It's going to be really garnered around the same thing, of course. How you the mark of the beast? What is the mark of the beast? and defeating the mark of the beast. You get the point? Really, the only thing that will defeat it. You know what I mean? This Sunday is what we have this Sunday, Memorial Blowing of Trumpets, right?
Okay.
Memorial Blowing of Trumpets, Sunday, 21st September at 7 p.m. We're going to be in Baltimore, Eastern Avenue. Give I.S.U.P.K Baltimore a hand. The whole zone going to head up to Baltimore. We're going to be having a ball Sunday night. Bring the family, bring the friends, bring the kids, bring everybody who you're told about the truth. But, you know, they ain't strong enough to make it to class. Tell them it's going to be a party with free food. Appeal to them the nigga way. Hell, if by any means it could provoke them to emulation, do it. Appeal to them whatever way you have. Let them know it's going to be, you know, free food, drinks up there. It's going to be a ball, a party up there in Baltimore. We're going to be celebrating it like the Lord said. Come on down, come on up. Pay your tithes. 10% of all your increase and earnings must come into the priests and prophets of the Lord. Tithes is a commandment. It's not an option. It's a law. It's just like don't be a faggot. All right. If you're not doing one, the scriptures say if you're guilty in one law, you're guilty in all. So I guess, you know, you might be LGBTQ if you ain't paying tithes. I guess so. I didn't say it. But I did say it. Listen, I'm putting pressure on you all for that 10%, man. You're effing up the damn work. Charlie Kirk, you know, was able to build how much multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar organizations off of white supremacy. You talking black supremacy, but you ain't putting a goddamn dime towards it. I got to lean on you a little bit hard. I got to shame you. I got to call you out. Handle your damn business, man. Handle your business. All right. Anything else we are coming up? What about the cookouts, sir? What we have?
Oh God, October the 2nd, Cali cookout, West Coast cookout. October the 2nd to the 5th, and the last one, Houston. You know what I'm saying? At the end of that month, October 31st.
2 cookouts. In the beginning is Cali,
Caucas,
and the end of it is Houston.
Caucas.
All right, we rock with that. Y'all know, get your tickets together, get your planes, trains. It ain't too late. All right, it ain't too late. I think that's about it, right?
Oh God. You said pay your tithes, right?
I said pay your tithes, but you could say it again. You know what I mean? You could say it again. You know what I mean? Because, you know, oh, I forgot. That's what you hear. So let's go. What we got rocking and going on, Akim? What's in the air and what's not fair? Which one? Any questions? Or we go straight into the topic? Let me know. Come on, Shapat. I'll come to you, Ragash.
Now I'm about to say, you're getting your rap on today. You have a lot of rhymes coming today.
Listen, I've been working on my Judite. You know what I mean? Listen, yeah, I mean, they say when in Rome, do as the Romans. When in the kingdom of Judah, do like a Judite. You gotta walk like a Judite, talk like a Judite. You know what I mean? You gotta do the bop like a Judite. You get the point? I'm picking up a Judah laying down. That's old school Judah too. I studied in old school too. Listen, if they transfer me to I.S.U.P.K Mexico, you're gonna see me with my Mitri gonna be all the way down to here like a battle. And I'm gonna be teaching class like this right here. Yeah, man. I'm gonna be talking Spanish. I'm become whatever it takes to fish the brothers in, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, so what we dealing with? Question, you had one or Ragash? Some new tape, or yeah, please go ahead.
Can I get just a quick little breakdown on Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verses 2 through 4?
Ecclesiasticus, right? Solid. Yeah, how we sounding online, Bakwash? Did they respond? Most High in Christ, Bakwash. Yeah, just get a longer piece, all right? Because sometimes you move the mic around, it's just a little bit better, but that's too wild. You know what I mean? Pay your tithes, man, so I could drop the boom mic from the roof up in here, man. Drop a boom mic. Y'all ain't seeing no mic. Y'all just hearing me like I'm in the room. Ecclesiasticus what?
Chapter 2, verses 2 through 4.
2 through 4. Let's rock. Whenever you're ready. Also, too, you know, y'all know them little drinks there is for the school, all right? Right? One of my daughters start extorting me some money to do these damn chores. So I told her she had to pay some tithes. Yeah, I mean, so that's the 10% there. You'll enjoy a young Israelite girl 10%. And she was right in the spirit though. All right. Go ahead, Al.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse 2. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. It make not haste, in time of trouble.
Cold. Start at 1 for the whole spirit. That's also in the topic what I want to go into tonight, which is different pieces of advice and any questions you have as a young brother or sister coming into the truth, whether you're a student, whether you're just you're almost in 90 days, you just completed your 90 days, even the officer 5,500, still very young in the truth. If you have any questions about how to handle certain things, now is the time. All right, I'm gonna try to pack all of that in by the end of the class. All right, let's start at 1.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Right, if you come to serve the Lord, you have to prepare yourself for temptation. What is temptation, Ragash?
Temptation is like things that, as I would say, temptation is something that...
Focus it in one word.
Temptation is something that you battle.
Okay, I'll take that. That's what you do with temptation. But what is temptation? If it's something that you battle, what is temptation? You're supposed to know it. Something that you like. It's one word. One word. When you hear the answer, you're gonna be so disappointed, Ragash.
So I'm trying to say, mommy.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna come to you, Marco. Come on. When the brothers say it, they're gonna be disappointed. They're gonna be like, oh fuck, I was saying it all the time. And you'll pass it on? No, sir. Go ahead, Art.
So is it enticement?
No. Okay, that's not the word I'm looking for, but it could present as enticement. But okay, enticing you to do what?
To go back to your old ways.
Okay,
go back to like a lust, for example, like smoking or drunkenness or them sort of thing like that.
I'll take that. That's one aspect of it. I think Shapat had his hand up for, so I'm going to come to you, Bukwash.
I'm just gonna say lust.
Lust could work. I'm gonna come to you 1 second, Bukwash.
There's a few answers online.
No sweat. Give me a couple of them.
Chayabah says sin. Trooper Chalat says a force. Zone Hall says desire. Duran Charles says desire.
All those are good words, but I think you're all associating temptation with one thing and one thing only, which is that's just the way how life is in America in 2025. Go ahead. Who was saying Salakia? Matthew? Leviathan. Go ahead, Leviathan.
Sir, I was going to say sin as well.
Okay, that'll work, but there's another word.
Sin as well.
Okay, Mosiah in Christ. That's not it, but that's also part. That also falls under the umbrella of temptation. But there's another word. Anybody else? Last call for drinks. Temptation is a test. Yeah, but you should see Ragash face like, you serious? Hell yeah, you've been saying it all day, Ragash. It's a test. It's a test that you pass or you fail. All right? Read it again and substitute temptation with test.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy heart. Prepare thy soul for
a test.
For a test.
You understand it now? That's life in the truth. That's life in the truth. Many Christians believe that you give your heart to the Lord, all of a sudden, everything, all battles just melt away and you're free of problems. And the first time they get into a jam, Lord, why me? Why not you? Why not you? You said you could come serve over here. Prepare to be tested. And in the testing, it could make you go back to who you used to be. Like the brother said, go back to smoking or drinking. Within the test, it could make you become something who you've never been before, but it's out the spirit anyway. You get the point? This test is meant to, okay, the purpose of the test is to make you grow. It's growth. It's growth. You're always going to be tested. It's like serving the Lord is like anything, any profession, anything you would take serious in life. Even a professional athlete who plays sports, who's contracted every year. Every year at the beginning of the season, what do they have to do? Or think back to high school. If it's too far for you to imagine. Just think high school. No, well, trials, but you're a school athlete. What is it? Varsity athlete, right? You're a varsity athlete. At the beginning of every season, what do you have to do?
What's the word? Condition, or like train, basically.
Okay, you got to pass the conditioning. That's why you have a preseason. Get the point, right or wrong?
Kind of.
Just before it starts, most athletes who's they actually committed to being an athlete, they do their own work. They start getting their stamina up and doing drills and technical drills because the season had to start and you have to be at a certain fitness level in order to make the team. It don't matter how skilled you are. If you can't do this thing over and over and over, efficiently, you ain't going to make the team. So you get tested at the beginning of every season. Every season, the preseason is a test. Every scrimmage is a test. Every practice game, every scrimmage game, every bullshit tournament where you get some little, plaque from wherever. It really means nothing. But this weekend, we're going to play 3 teams in 3 days, and it's just to see where everybody is. You're going to get tested all the time to see where you're at, to see what you're weak in, to see what last year you was doing great, and this year you done become weak in it. Prepare your soul for temptation. Pair this with he that endureth till the end. Remember, endure. You got to undergo something. You understand? That's serving the Lord. Now, once you have that in mind, it's easier, not easy, but it's easier to not get pulled off your zone. I'm talking about in the spirit. It's easier to not get pulled off your zone because this wild thing that make you want to swing on somebody, no. Okay, this shit here is a test. This is nothing but Satan. Satan testing me, ain't no sweat, nigga. I see ya. Fuck you. You get the point? Now you're ready to battle. Now you're ready to go to war with this thing. Because who's that out there? Charlie Cook? Let him know I usually put it. Let him know I usually put it on the other side. And I know he'll get hit to the left side. I usually go for the right. Just let him know that quickly. All right, let me know. Oh, you sure? Make sure it ain't Charlie, What's that? I'm telling you, I got something in here for him, man. I got something in here for him. It's going to be a little bit worse than training day. You can just leave it up on the step on the side there, high up in the searching area, all right? It's the what? Go ahead, Higher up, higher up. Just throw it high up. All right, to water. Go ahead,
Brother, come on my stage the other day and straight up like, yeah, I got something for y'all now. Y'all keep this, that, and the third, blah, blah. Yeah, I got something for you. And I'm saying, listen, he going on. Everybody looking, you know what I'm saying? I said, brother, so you mad at me for what somebody else did? He said, oh, no, I ain't gonna take it out on you. Just switch the whole thing just right there, you know what I mean?
What was he talking about?
I mean, he was talking about like he about to get at me.
For what?
Because what other people in my position have done to him. You know what I'm saying? He came straight on the slave talking, I'm not disclosing what I do, but you know what I'm saying? But he just came straight up.
Did you make the calls, the appropriate calls?
Well, he didn't do anything.
Salakia. Did you make the appropriate calls? This is a test. I'm tempting you right now. One answer.
Nah.
All right, then. So you know what you have to do. You know what you have to do now, right? If you did not make the appropriate calls, what do you have to do? As soon as possible.
Make
the appropriate calls. That's it. That's it. You just got a test. Now you know you was left wanting a little bit. Make the appropriate calls. And that's the other thing. Sometimes the test is to see how well you adhere to what you say you believe in. You get the point? And something very small and minuscule could be that's it. You get the point?
Come.
So you prepare your soul for temptation, Ark. You prepare your soul to be tested, and you proceed to go to war. And going to war is not a wild reaction. Going to war in the UPK is very calculated, very strategic, and very much on purpose. You have to be like that because this world, do me a favor, Shapat, trim this back to the lowest one for now. Right? And this world it's like that because this world is designed in a way to flood you with distractions, to flood you with things that you think are important, to flood you with things that would consume your mind, consume your energy, consume your spirit. And then you start neglecting, forgetting, abandoning the things that you would normally do or that you were doing that would help you strive, that would help you make progress. That's what this world is designed to do. You get the point? The way everything about this is that. Like this, the white man is so much committed to devouring everything, and he's so carnal. He want to eat everything, have sex with everything, have an orgasm everywhere, fill his belly, drink everything, make as much money as he can. He puts things in our everyday life that really affect us. Just for an example, the kids in school. Kids in school today, they said they came out with the stats for schooling in America. I think it's with what's the first set of schooling? Not kindergarten, elementary school. That goes up to what? That goes up to what? 5th and 6th, and 5th grade, and then what goes up to 10th? That's middle school, right?
10th is
that's high school. What's middle school?
Middle school is 6 through 8.
6 through 8, I believe, from elementary all the way to middle school. Go ahead.
Like I believe it can vary because elementary school can go to 6, and then you have middle school is 7th and 8th. Junior high school is 6 to 8.
Okay, I think up to that point, they say American students are performing 30% lower than in previous years in average, right? And they're blaming this on COVID. They're blaming this. They're saying that the schooling system ain't really recover from COVID. The kids are less focused. This, that, the other. But I want to know what the other countries are doing, because COVID was a worldwide pandemic. You get the point? America has a problem with what at the school level. What's the main problem with America at the school level?
I'd say focus.
Phones. What's it going to
focus?
The focus. Focus comes from the phones.
Constant.
All that screen time is literally affecting. That's why they wanted to ban TikTok here, and there's comparisons with TikTok overseas versus here, where it's largely entertainment. Where overseas is more DIY, more educational. You get the point? And they're underperforming because of it. Go ahead.
All the young dudes that I know, like I could talk about a movie and they ain't seen it because they watch YouTube or TikTok. They can't watch a movie.
You get the point. So now these things is happening, and the lifestyle, because it makes the oppressor money, he doesn't care that it's affecting his future. Or maybe he does. Maybe it's by design. I don't know. But what I do know is he don't give a damn if your kids learn anything. You get the point? Your life is designed for that. A parent could hardly deal with their kids because why? They got to spend 10 hours slaving just to pay the bills for a house they hardly sleep in. They hardly stay in. You get the point? The design of the life is to consume you. It's to consume you. It's to make you just a battery for the system. Make you just like fuel to keep this thing going. To serve the Lord, you're going to have to be prepared to go to war with the things that you need to go to war with. So that's the spirit behind it. You have to be aware that you're in a war. Part of the reason we can't really fight because we're not really aware mentally that we're in a war. We know something's wrong, but we're looking at it like, the tires on your car ain't got an alignment. So it's like, oh, I need new tires or I need an alignment. You're just looking at it like that. But what if I told you somebody was messing with your car to make you have a bad alignment? You'd be like, what? I have to stop this person. That's the difference. The difference is you think, yeah, you just need an alignment versus, yeah, this person is messing with your car. That's why your steering is wrong. You wouldn't just be like, yeah, I need an alignment. You'd be like, this motherfucker, I'm going to stop him. Because that's the real root of the problem. Life is like that. And you have to go to war with it because somebody is trying to test you. Somebody's always trying to bring it to you, test you, and you have to succeed in every single test. Will you fail some? Yes, you will, brother and sister. You're going to fail. Some of them you're going to fail. And there's no shame in that shit. You fail that test, learn your lesson and move on. Learn what must be learned and move the hell on. But make no mistake, you are going to have to fight for every goddamn thing. You're going to have to fight for everything. You're going to have to be prepared to battle and go to war with what you need to go to war with. All right. And of course, that comes with other things. Who are they, Hannah? Go ahead.
That Esau, not caring about the future, this, that, and the third. The good precept is Genesis 25:30, where you be like, what about my birthright? I don't need it right now.
You could use the birthright. You could use definitely the birthright. There's another one. Hold up. The one in the Apocrypha with our days are short and have no meaning. Without meaning, and our life easy to pass away. That's Epicureanism. That's a philosophy from the Greeks. Right? Go ahead. Still up here. Back to the brother, right?
I was going to say, can you use the one when it says he knows that his time is short?
He knows his time is short. You can use that. Yeah, all those is Tawab and solid. All right. So Ragash, you get the point of it. Right? You get the point?
Kind of concept.
All right, so now let's move on to verse 2.
Verse 2. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. And
go ahead.
Like it. And make not haste in time of trouble.
Cold. Read that one more time for me.
Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. And make not haste in time of trouble.
All right. What does that say? I read it one more time if you need to get it.
Verse 2, set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make not haste in time of trouble.
Go ahead. Come on, give me what you got. What you getting from it?
Break it down. I would have to say for the first part where it says set thy heart aright. I would say it would be like whatever you're going through, just like fight it, and you have to fight it until the end.
Say that one more time.
I would say where it says set thy heart aright. I would say whatever you are going through that time, through that phrase or through that phase right there, sir. You constantly, you have to fight or like suffer, because I know endure means suffer if I'm not mistaken, right?
Endure. What is this? Okay, right? Okay, that's true. But before that, it's saying something just before that.
Please, yes.
All right. Anybody? Go ahead, McQuarrie.
Kind of when it's set your heart set thy heart aright is like focusing on the truth. Like you have other things coming at you, but keep your eye on the prize.
I'll take that. I'll take that. Let's break it down a little more. Let's say set your heart aright. What is your heart?
The Most High. Oh, the heart is your mind.
Your heart is your mind. So set your heart aright. What does that mean?
Focus.
Me a little more. Anybody else?
So if I may.
Go ahead, Al.
Yes, sir. If I correct, right, setting your mind right. It could be based on two things. That's how I go put it, right? If I could explain properly, it could be based on two things: understanding the things of the world and understanding the things of righteousness. Right. So setting your mind right is you now forgetting the things of the world and focusing more on the things of righteousness.
You forgetting the things of the world and doing what?
Focusing more on the righteous things or the things of the Lord.
Forgetting the things of the world and focusing more on the
righteous things, the things of the Lord.
Okay, I'll take that. That's good and strong. Go ahead. You might need the mic.
Cool. So, like, if I may, when it said to set that heart aright, in this context right here in the scripture, is the right saying like set your mind to this right here, what I'm about to say, like focus on what I'm about to say, like focusing on this part that's about to be said.
Okay, yes, but more so what the officer McQuarrie is saying. That's true too, but that's more what Bukwash was saying. You're focusing, but set your heart aright, verse as opposed to setting your heart how. What's the opposite of aright? You said it.
The
left. So in Israel, we always the right hand side, the right eye, your right hand, because that's symbolizes the standard or the good side. You get the point? So aright or the opposite of it on the left or the opposite way would more so meaning your mind ain't right. Like how we say, get your mind right. You get the point? Get your mind right. You get the point? Set your heart aright. Set your mind right. Set your heart upright. Think like that. Get your mind ready and upright because you are about to be tested. Get focused. Get sharp. You understand? You can't afford to be distracted. You can't fall for the smoke screen and the simple bullshit because you're going to lose with it. Because that's the attack you're getting. The attack you're getting is the distraction. You get the point? The half of that attack you're getting is the distraction. And that distraction is going to cause you to be consumed. You're going to get consumed. And then you're going to sit there and wonder, how did I get here? How did I even reach here? You get the point? How did this happen to me? Why is this happening to me?
Right.
You don't know why it's happening, why it's happening to you because your heart is not aright. Your mind is not aright. If your mind was aright, what would happen? Two things would happen. If your mind was right, two things would happen. Who knows? What's up, little man? You trying to answer? I see it. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I know. This heart is all right. Two things would happen if your mind was all right. Regash, you take a shot? Shapat, grab a apocrypha here for the brother. I think Regash loaned him his, all right? I think there's a couple of apocryphas on the shelf. What would happen if your mind was all right? Anybody?
So you can see clear, you can see what's coming.
You would see what's coming. If your mind was all right, you would see what's coming. You would see, oh shit. You ever see people cross the street and they don't even see the bus coming? They don't even see the car. They don't even see the bike. Sometimes they walk into other people. That's in the spirit, that would be you. That would be you in the spirit until something happened and he's like, oh shit, what the hell just happened? If you was all right, you would see it coming. It could still hit you, but at least you know, shit, this thing hit me because of this. But to be in a position where you don't even know why you here, we totally lost in the source. We absolutely lost in the source. Go ahead.
So like if I could just to use an analogy on box, because you know it was a big fight last week. But
y'all see. So y'all see. I already knew Terrence Crawford was gonna be he eased them up, to be honest with you. I ain't no big boxing dude, but I saw him back up off Canelo a few times when he could have put him on the carpet.
Kind. So they say the ones that knock you out is the ones you don't see coming. And then if you see it coming, they say you need to roll with the punch. You know, as it's coming, you roll with the punch. So if you see it coming, you can roll with it.
You're supposed to, but some of them see that shit coming out.
And they still
you can't move. You're just done. You're finished. You're just done, and you just had to take it.
Night.
You gotta go. Get the point? So this is a test that's coming, and he's saying, set your heart aright. Right? Read it again, Ragash, please.
Verse 2. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. Right? Go ahead.
What was that? So like it make not.
See, Yahanna, when I come in here with the cover that she would never make. You see what I'm saying? I should take her to counsel for that shit. I see something glittering on the corner of my eyes. Like, hold up. I see Yahanna. Go ahead.
And make not haste in time of trouble.
Right? Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. What does that mean? I'm to war priest. You could definitely, you know what? I might take some of that shit. Give me a couple of these. Who brought that in? Yahanna? You see, she bribing. She knows she's going to offend me with the cover. So she decides she's going to bribe me. Give me one more for good measure. That's why I don't take her to counsel over that damn cover. Yeah, I mean, to water. You live another day, sis. You live another day. No sweat towards you. Right? Why does it say endure constantly or constantly endure? Why does it say constantly endure?
Sir.
Go ahead, Art.
Because earlier it said to prepare for temptation. So with that temptation, we're going to have to constantly endure being tested.
Say that one more time.
I said we're going to be constantly tested, so we have to endure being constantly tested.
You'll have to endure, exactly, because the test is not going to be one time. Like just like in life, you are a professional athlete. The beginning of every season, you got to go through a test. Most teams gonna give you a physical before you even do your conditioning test. You got to go get hooked up to one of them doctors with all the EKG and ECG, things on your chest to check your heartbeat and your what is called it, VO something max, VO2 max or some shit like that. They test you to see your level. You're going to constantly be tested. And that's life serving the Lord. Life serving the Lord it's not like before. Once you come to serve the Lord, brother, you're going to go through a series of tests. How many? Go ahead.
Like, sir, Hawar says, like, sir, for this is it a condition of the battle? 2nd Ezra 7:57.
Go ahead.
2nd Ezra 7:57. Then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle which man that is born upon the earth shall fight.
You could apply it to that because each brother is going to have a different condition to face. Each brother, each sister, your battle is going to be different. It must be different because that's what serving the Lord is about. Give me the one in the Apocrypha where it says, the kingdom of heaven is like a great city on a hill. I think it's in Ezra's. A warrior online or Kazakh? Right. One of y'all, if y'all could find it for me, please. If any brother in here remembers exactly where it is.
Which one, Cap?
Where it says the kingdom of heaven is like a city set on a great hill.
Kawakan.
It's definitely in the Apocrypha. All right. Where you at? So constantly endure and make not haste in time of trouble. Regards, break that down for me.
Constantly endured. You talk about that part, sir?
No, make not haste. I think the constantly endure, we just spoke about it. Or you're going to get tested all the damn time. Every single thing. Everything is a damn tester.
Okay. Make not haste in time of trouble. Is that saying while you're fighting that temptation? Like don't let that temptation overcome you.
So what is make not haste in time of trouble?
Don't waste your time.
Mm-mm.
No.
You might need to look up haste to know what it means, unless somebody else want to help you out.
Salaga, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's saying don't take long to now turn to the Lord, meaning haste is like quickly.
Right.
So it's saying Salaga, he might have to read it again.
No sweat. Read it one more time, man.
And make not haste in time of trouble.
No, read the whole thing.
Verse 2. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make not haste in time of trouble.
Someone wanted to answer.
Okay, hold on. I think Kazak was trying to get it again. Kazak, you good to go? You want to try it again, or you'll pass it on?
Cause, sir, is it saying that when it says and make not haste in time of trouble, meaning no, I'll pass it. Salaki.
No sweat. Go ahead. I'm gonna come to Shapa.
Trooper Shaka says panic, don't panic.
He's on to it. Rocky, okay. Go ahead. I'm coming to who's that? Trinidad? 1 second, Trinidad. Go ahead.
It's like I wasn't following the first part, but it sounded like it was saying like your rent's due. So you've been doing good and your rent's due. You're having trouble paying it. Don't decide like I'm about to go sell some drugs to go ahead and get this money.
On to it. You're definitely on to it. That's an example of it for sure. Go ahead, Trinidad.
Yeah, so like I said, I was going to say, I didn't hear what the brother just say, right? Because it was communal choppy, but I was going to say, when it's saying don't make haste in time of trouble, it's like when that test comes, don't make like clumsy decisions. It's like more or less like get counsel in a time of trouble.
That's what you want to get. In times of trouble, it could make you be quick to a decision. And oftentimes it is the wrong decision because it's reflex. You get the point? It's a reflex action. You could make a good decision quickly, but that usually comes after repeated tests that you done pass and you've done accumulated some experience. So really every problem is almost the same, right? When you're young and the truth, sometimes these problems, they could seem so new, like, I can't believe this is happening to me. Could you believe this shit? And then when you come for counsel, you hear about 3 different stories of the exact same thing with varying degrees of bullshit. One of these bullshits is like, yeah, I could see that's the same thing happening to me. Then you might hear a story that might make you feel like an idiot for even being in your feelings and making the call, because surely your problems is light compared to what the fuck this person going through, the account you're hearing about. You get the point? So that could make you now make a better decision. That could make you make a better decision that would affect you positively long term versus you putting a band-aid on it. No, because it's a temporary relief. You get the point? Because you're in haste. If you're cut, put a band-aid on. When what needs to happen is you need to stop this thing that's cutting you. You understand? And that you, in your haste to stop the bleeding, you don't realize that you need to stop this thing from cutting you. You don't see it because you're in haste. Oh, blood, stop it. But you might need now some counsel where this is really what's going on. You get the point? So don't make not haste when trouble comes. Another thing that that you might do when trouble comes is what? Who knows? What's the usual thing that we do in the world, Black, Latino, and First Nation people do when trouble comes? Go ahead, Ragash. You got the mic?
We try to deal with it ourselves.
Well, that would be you making the haste, right? But that's true. Even if you're not doing it haste, even you're trying to think, it's always good to get counsel, like what the Officer Makoyak was saying. There's something else people usually do. Barack, pass the mic to the brother. Huh?
I may definitely be old for sure, but if it isn't that, it could be like the opposite. Like you may act like this ain't trouble. You may act like it's not as serious as
you want it. You want it. There's a reason that you act like this is not serious. There's a reason. There's a root cause, because that's one reaction to it. That's one side of the root cause. Go ahead.
It's because you used to troubles. You used to having,
And what do you usually do?
Whatever is normal, whatever you've been doing.
And what is the normal thing? Anybody else want to try it? Go ahead, young brother.
Figure it out or persevere.
Okay, well, that's the one thing. That's the one thing we dealt with before, where you should get counsel as you try to figure it out. But you would need to know this might be something you need to go to war with.
I'm about to say get aggressive.
That's what you should do. You should definitely get aggressive if you have an issue. And the aggressive thing would be to get counsel. You get the point? It would be to get counsel. But this thing is another reaction. This is like one reaction is you try to do it yourself, which sometimes you end up in a worse situation or not the best outcome. There's another thing you do, like what Officer Barack was saying, where you tell yourself, this ain't that serious. And I'm saying that is a symptom of the root cause, which is something we always do as a people. You want to try it again?
Well, my next answer don't align with that, but I was about to say some people panic.
And do what?
Give in.
Which looks like what?
Or a cower away.
Run.
Yeah.
That's it. Running makes you, this is not that serious. Effectively, what you're doing is not handling it. So you go in the opposite, is fight or flight. Like that's how Esau describes it in psychology. Fight or flight. Like life is very, very simple. It's either it's dry or it's wet. It's hot or it's cold. It's up or it's down. You get the point? Either you're an Israelite or you're a heathen. You get the point? It's the more you look at things simply, the less bullshit you tell yourself about a problem. You get the point? The more you be honest straight up. Is this thing right or is this thing wrong? Is this thing lawful or unlawful? You get the point? Is this in the spirit or is this out the spirit? The more you carry it like that, the better you will be. You understand? The better you will fare, the better you would strive in life, just in general. Being decisive, being aggressive, like you say. You get the point? So, but that avoiding it, you chronically avoid stuff, or go ahead, or you run from it. Go ahead. Let me get the mic.
A question. The word you just used, I wanted to ask if that could be a demon. When you say you want to be decisive, is indecisiveness a demon?
Yes. Because why? What does indecisiveness cause?
What is indecisive cause, or what is indecisive?
No, what does it cause? Because there's indecision, right? Because when you're indecisive, you don't know what to decide. Right. What does that effectively cause?
You can not make a decision. You can not make a decision at all, which is a decision.
Okay.
Or
Let me help you focus it in. Somebody who is indecisive, what will they say to you? Will they say, I'm indecisive? What will they say? Just think of anybody who you've ever spoken to, or anytime you felt indecisive. What do you say? 1 second. Just raise your hand, though. Keep it up out so I know. No, sir, you want to pass it? All right, pass it. Let me get the brother right in front of you.
I was going to say, I don't know or I'm not sure.
And what's one word for that? And this is the word you want to use because it's biblical.
Salakia, sir.
I'm going to come to you. Hold on. No sweat, you want to pass it? If you all think about something else, just raise your hand again. So, sisters, if you all want to raise your hand too, all right? Let the young brother here grab it. Shapat?
Say idle.
When you hear the word, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Go ahead.
Sharaba.
Hold on, the brother online. Who was saying Salakia?
Trinidad.
Salakia, sir. Is it confused?
Yes. Confused. Why you want to know that you're confused? Biblically, precept. Because, come on, y'all help me out. Say something. Say anything.
Yes,
the
sir.
class ain't that heavy, I know. So, come on with it. Bro.
the Lord isn't the author of
The
confusion.
Lord is not the author of confusion. So if you're confused, who's confusing you?
Not the Lord.
So who's confusing you? If the Lord is not doing this, who's confusing you?
So you.
Satan. So you know it's a demon. It's something meant to make you distracted and anxious. And that's where you get anxiety, unwarranted aggression, what's called self-medicating with different things because you're confused now. So your stress levels is up. So you need to do something to bring your stress levels down. You get the point?
Okay.
When all you had to do is, Salaki, so this is what's going on. I'm confused. I could do A, B, or C, but I'm not sure which one. And the answer is sometimes there, but you're not seeing it because you in it. So you have an emotional attachment to it. And once the emotions get in there, brother, it's hard to really see this person is attacking you. I'm saying person just for the example, but this thing, it could be a slave, it could be anything, whatever the situation is, this thing is attacking you. You're not seeing it, but this is where the problem coming from. Or sometimes the answer is not even A, B, or C. Sometimes the solution is something you ain't even consider, but it has to come from somebody who's objective, who's not in the ring, who's not fatigued from boxing, who, you know, they're not in the fight, they're watching the fight. And they could say, okay, you're leaning a little bit too much to the right. That's why when you block the punch, you can't come back with a punch because you're off balance. You can't go so far up. You get the point? You understand what I'm saying? Okay. You need to get that. You need to get that thing. And that also comes from setting your heart aright. If you set your heart aright and you realize, okay, I don't know what to do here. I could do this or that, but I'm not sure which one to choose or if these is even the right options. You don't have to sit there. You don't have to sit there and, you know, trouble yourself. You don't have to do that. You could lay that burden on somebody else. That's somebody else's problem now. You get the point? Okay. This problem is not yours anymore. Now that's somebody else's problem. Or if you're in the right spirit, come on, not somebody else's problem, but it's on the topic. Not somebody else's problem, but now what? Anybody? Come on, young brother. Give him the mic.
Somebody else's opportunity for a solution or to tell you what to do.
Well, that's somebody else's problem. But then instead of it being somebody else's problem, it could be something else, some other problem. That's really how we operate. Because Well, the test would be what's going on, the issue you having, and then the test could be to pick up the phone and call, because it's difficult for in this society, calling for a problem is not really culture, which is why there's so many therapists for different things right now, because we're not used to talking about shit, right? Not that. Go ahead, Barack.
I know that, you know, if you saying like how we operate, we bear each other's burdens. So I would say it would become something more of a like our problem.
Hell
like
yeah. Hell yeah. If there's two niggas outside waiting to jump you, what you gonna do? You gonna show? You send up the bat signal. We could jump him. That's all.
We could jump the jumpers.
We could just jump him. If you can't beat him, don't join him. Jump him. Right? Oh, that was you thought I was Christian, right? You thought I was Christian up here. If you can't beat them, the white man say if you can't beat them, join them. Nigga, fuck all of that shit. I can't beat them. I'm going to jump him. If I can't beat them, and that's biblical, who knows where that is in the Bible? If you think I'm talking shit, go ahead.
I might be off, but in the Old Testament where it say, and I'm definitely paraphrasing, but like, and then 10 shall flee, or then 100 shall flee, or something like that. I forget how the scripture go in the Old Testament where it's saying like pretty much if we the Lord on our side and we in some stuff or some of that nature, the Lord can send 5 out of us on them and 10 of them will flee, or 20 of them will flee, or something like that.
Okay, that's for sure. That's for sure with the Lord. But even before the Lord steps in, somebody has to be throwing blows back. Somebody has to be willing to fight. Remember with Goliath, when the Philistines came to make war with Israel, nobody in the army wanted to fight Goliath. Remember that? They said, listen, ain't no sense making these armies fight each other and do all this killing. The Philistines gonna send their champion, you send yours. Everybody say, yo, I ain't going out there to fight that Hamite. The Lord could have just stepped in and said, let me strike this Hamite down. But the Lord ain't gonna do that shit. You gonna have to be willing to go out there and throw a punch at least before he step in. Because the Lord ain't raising no punk. He wants to see if you're gonna fight. He wants to see if you're gonna do this thing first. Why would he come and defend you and you ain't even willing to fight yourself? You're not worthy of the help. You get the point? So even that, and this is biblical. Anybody else? Go ahead.
Yes. Go ahead. Yes, sir.
Then you're trying to jump me. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Take your time. Bukwash, pick somebody. Pick anyone. Whoever says Salaki. Who said Salaki online?
Who said Salaki online? Me, also Arawadi, sir.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was trying to see if I could use Ecclesiastes.
Are you listening to it on YouTube?
Yeah, he has a
Can you hear me, sir?
Okay, you have a bad feedback. You can't listen to it on YouTube.
You can't listen to it on YouTube.
All right, close it down and listen to it only on the StreamYard. Everything I say is coming back through your audio. All right, just mute his mic for now. Let me get somebody else.
Come on.
Go ahead.
Kagar says Leviticus 26:8, and 5 of you shall chase 100, and 500.
I think that's what Barack was talking about. That's the one. Go ahead. That's okay. That's good, but there's one that's more straight to the point of what I was saying. Anybody else? If not, give me Ecclesiastes 4 and 12. 4 and 12, but then after 4 and 12, we're gonna skip up a little bit. Whoever have it, read it first. Let's go quickly. Ecclesiastes 4 and 12, all right?
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 12. And if one prevail against him, who shall withstand him?
If one prevail against him, you in a battle, and you getting your ass whooped, somebody had to jump in and help you. If one prevail against him, 2 will withstand him. Go ahead.
And a threefold cord is not quickly broken.
And a threefold cord is not quickly broken. What is the threefold cord in this sense? What does that mean? In this sense, what is the threefold cord in this sense? If one prevail against him, two will withstand him. And a threefold cord is not easily broken. What does that mean? What does that mean? Who knows? In this sense, in this context, right here, we're speaking about. Anybody? Go on, Bukwash.
It means three niggas gonna beat that at.
If one prevail, you in a fight, one person is prevailing against you. What does that mean?
They're beating you.
Yeah, somebody is overpowering you. Somebody is beating you. Two will withstand him. Two of y'all could now beat this dude. But a threefold cord, brother, y'all could take on him and anybody else he bringing. Because it's three of you all. Make your problems be like that.
Okay.
Make your problems be. The scriptures say in the multitude of counsel there is safety. You get the point? Your issues, once you come in the truth, especially as a young brother or a young sister, you're new in the truth, your problems are no longer your own. And sometimes it's very difficult to really internalize that because in the world, nobody gives a rat's ass about nobody else. You get the point? Not even your preacher. You're paying him tithes upon tithes. Lord forbid you crash your car, your house burned down. He'll tell you pray about it and still want his money. You get the point? In here, you pay them tithes. So when you call 4 o'clock in the morning, somebody's answering you like 12 o'clock in the middle of the goddamn day. And it's quick to put things in motion to solve your problems. And best believe we done got them calls already, because I don't tell you. I usually call him. Because I will tell you. Because like, meet me by that exit on 295. We'll go handle this business.
Right.
You get the point? Because in here, we take each other's problems seriously. So with that said, don't get yourself in no bullshit problems that you could avoid, because the response is extreme. The response to your problems in here is very extreme. We take it very personally. Your problems is my problems. My problems better be your problems, or else what you doing in here?
Right.
What the hell you doing in here? You get the point?
Okay.
It has to be like that, because without that, brother, you're going to be consumed. You're going to need shoulder to shoulder standing in the war so a brother could defend you from this side as you defend him from that side. You get the point? It has to be like that, or else you're going to get consumed. What are you going to say? Or somebody is calling? Let me know when you have them. All right? Are they coming in now?
Yeah, they're in now. So.
Go ahead.
Like, hold on. I just want to put them up.
No sweat. Do you think?
Yeah.
Is there cops? Hold on. Bukwash gonna sort you out with something. All right. Is he ready, Bukwash?
Okay. Me unmute him.
Let our warrior know we need some new supplies. All right.
All right, we're good now, sir.
Go ahead.
754-234. You're on.
Hello, y'all about you know, this is Overson, the one y'all.
Yep, some chapter. What's going on, the one y'all?
Going on, Cap? I just had a real quick question, sir. I ain't really got no scriptures on the other one. It's just I wanted to know, is there a difference, and what's the difference between the soul and the spirit?
The soul and the spirit. Okay, so in the context of what you're asking, your soul is you, is your your body. Remember Exodus, Jacob and 70 souls entered Egypt. Your soul is like your body, like 70 people, right? Your spirit is who you are in the conscious self, not who you are physically. You get the point? Like, for instance, you David and Goliath. Goliath was a giant, but he was a heathen, and his spirit was not bigger than David's, even though physically he was bigger than David's. You get the point? You understand?
Sir.
You understand? The one, but watch your feet there too, all right? When you're stepping back. So that's really what it is. It's your spirit is your vibe, almost like your personality, almost like that.
Right.
Almost like that thing. As for who, when it relates to that. Now, in some context, soul could be meaning, somebody could say it in a way that it means spirit, but that's not it. Biblically, when you see how many souls or this soul, it's talking about you, the flesh of you, the body. But your spirit is damn near who the Lord made, which is your personality, who you are. You understand?
Come with God, sir.
Good to go?
Come with God. So one last thing, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, with that being said, come with God, sir. So, with your spirit, that would never change.
No, your spirit should be able to change, or else we would all be dead sinners. You with me? You with me?
Come with God, sir.
Right? Because at one time in your life and my life and everybody else in here life, your spirit would have cried for Charlie Cook. Your spirit would have been like, how could they do that to that white man? They're so evil. Oh my God, what's happening in America? Nowhere is safe. Right?
Right.
But because your spirit has changed, because be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind, which is your spirit, now you could be like, listen, what happened to Charlie Kirk was very unfortunate, super unfortunate. But black people been getting murdered on college camp on Slovakia. Black people been getting assassinated on college campuses long before Charlie Kirk, and in way more quantity than white men. Right? And in the same token, as black people been getting assassinated and, destroyed on college campuses, we've forgiven every one of their murderers. So now it's time for Charlie Kirk's supporters to forgive his shooter. Let his shooter go free. Tell his shooter, go and shoot no more. Like Christ told that whore, go and sin no more. You know what? Oh, no sweat, do you think? Or tell the shooter, go and sin no more, like Christ told the whore, go forth and sin no more. We were at one time, our spirit was Christian, which means Martin Luther King, who fought for us to join white people, a white man murdered him. And we still Christian. A Christian white man murdered him, not a Muslim, not an immigrant. A Christian white man murdered Martin Luther King, and we forgave him, right or wrong. Forgive Charlie Kirk's shooter. Forgive his shooter. So you must be able to change your spirit up. Without being able to change your spirit, there would be no hope for us all. Without that happening, there's absolutely no hope. Christ died in vain if we can't change our spirit. You get the point? You may not be able to change your soul, your flesh, whatever you did in the past before Christ. That body may have to suffer those things. It may have to suffer the repercussions for those transgressions. It could happen. But your spirit never has to suffer it. Your spirit could become brand new. That you don't feel the things you used to feel anymore. The fears you had, the concerns, the anxiety, the pain you had. That shit could go in the grave with the old nigga. With the old broad. You could become a brand new sister up in here. Totally brand new. Never lost anything. Never hurt for anything. Never been hurt. You could become a brand new brother up in here. Never been hurt. Never hurt anybody. Start fresh because your spirit is changed. When Christ said you must be born again, he wasn't talking about your soul. He wasn't talking about the flesh. He was talking about your spirit. Let your spirit become brand new. And that's one thing when you're young in the truth. You want to give yourself a chance to live because Satan will not let you give yourself a chance to live. That's the problem with memory. Memory will make you feel guilty for everything you've done as if it's your fault. As if it's your fault. And this world will tell you it is your fault. Well, if it's our fault that, you know, we are the bottom of society and we can't get it right and black people lazy and black people this, then it's Charlie Kirk's fault he got shot. It's his fault. He wanted that to happen to him. But if I say that, I'm crazy. So why is it not crazy for them to say that about us? Christ came so that we can start afresh without having an accuser bringing up your past, without having somebody bringing up your jacket or your record. You ever see it go for a slavery, a background check, and all of a sudden you just like, shit, I ain't gonna get this damn job. I ain't getting this shit because of this background check. Why does this have to follow you if you change from who you used to be? Trump and didn't stop Trump from being president. He got 34 felonies.
Right.
Why should this stop you? You're in here, brother and sister. You better come in here and hold firm and hold strong and be extremely aggressive about being brand new. Fuck everything that happened before. Forget about all that shit. Me personally, I don't even want to, don't call me by my slave name. I got carnal parents in the world, parent now. They call me, I said, listen, you don't want to call me Mashak. Just don't call me. Just say, hey, how you doing? Don't say no name. That's the compromise. Because if you call me by my slave name, the conversation is over, respectfully. That nigga is dead. He gone. He gone. He totally gone. He's vanished now. You get the point? Only because of Christ, I'm taking this call. I'm concerned about your problems. I'm willing to sit on the phone and just hear you talk about really nothing, not disrespectfully, but it's conversations that's not really what I'm into. It's only because of Christ. You're going to have to be you're going to have to be absolutely vigilant about becoming brand new if you're going to survive the temptation, if you're going to survive the test. Because you're going to get tested, and that old nigga going to come out the grave and pass the test his way. You get the point? Mm-hmm. But you could pass the test as the brand new brother, as the brand new sister. And if you don't know how to pass the test as the brand new brother, what do? You
make a call.
Call and get some counsel. But in the world, when you get tested, what do? Get high. Listen to Kevin Gates for advice. Right? Listen to Kevin Gates for advice. You sisters, you're listening to any bitch crying on the R&B song. He did me wrong. I'm so wrong. He's so wrong. Crying ass bitch. Can't stand them songs, Salakia. It's personal. Can't stand no old crying ass fucking bro. The Lord gave you breasts and a vagina and the niggas still don't want to be around you. I'm just saying something. He might be off, but you got arguably the most powerful commodity in the world. It's been around before oil. It was the fall of many men. Many great men fell because of it. And somehow this nigga rather be on the block ducking bullets, facing the federales in DC instead of being in bed with you. Sis, a bee don't run from a flower. He runs to the flower, even if the flower eats. If this nigga doesn't want to come through the doors, that crying ass bitch on the R&B song ain't gonna help you. And the secret is she got a man, aka Beyonce. She got a man that she's obeying and listening to and doing everything he says, but telling you every opposite thing. That's a sidebar though.
Like, so you said Kevin Gates, he got a song. He say we supposed to be in love, ain't no breaking up. Beat a bra like Chris Brown, go back to jail, no problem.
I mean, listen out. Don't listen to these fools out. Just call for counsel. Like, you don't have to beat nobody child. Because you're gonna get a daughter one day and somebody gonna beat their ass and you're gonna want to kill them. And now you're gonna realize what you've been doing to somebody else's daughter. You get the point? Just call for counsel. In the world, people there's no infrastructure for us to call and be vulnerable, which is part of the issue we have as a people. the pride that we have, it doesn't, you don't want to call somebody and say, yo, I'm fucked up. Shit is bad with me. I made a bad decision. This is what's going on. You get the point? You don't want to call and say that when you should say that. You know, people in the world talk about we listen and we don't judge. Nigga, in here, that's what the hell happens. This is what happens in here. You get the point? And we help you solve the problem because, brother, if you fucked up, I'm fucked up. Sister, if you in hell, guess what? I'm in hell with you. This ain't no separation.
Right.
You know what I mean? We down in this thing all the way. But when you're new in the truth, it's kind of hard to plug all the way into that thing because you done been burned so many times in the world, which is why the old nigga has to die. You can't carry that feeling forward. And if you have that feeling and you don't know what to do, call. Call so both of us could put that nigga to death. Kill that person off and make you take hold of who you're becoming now. Come on up.
Like if I'm made, that's like the greatest feeling in the world.
Come
to
on,
not have to make every single decision by yourself. You know, it just a little bit of confusion. I'll make the call. You know what I'm saying? That's very easy to do, and it makes life easier.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then another thing, if I could, knowing that your problems are other people's problems, it makes you go about life of thinking first. You see what I'm saying? Thinking about what you're doing first.
Hell yeah. I'm going to give you something else it does that we don't really notice. It gives you confidence. You know why these white kids could dress, you know, total the BMW and, you know, don't give a fuck? Because they know they have somebody who will help them. We as a people, we don't have that for each other. So we go through life with, you know, low self-confidence, not trying to do too much. Don't have the support. Brother, in here, you could come in here and fucking fly, nigga. You can fly. You could come in here and do amazing shit that you're going to look back and be like, damn, look where I was born. Look where I grew up, the old nigga. Look where the fuck I am now. God damn it. Why ever would I want to hold on to that person? Why ever would I want to even keep that and remember that shit? I'm gonna just get the first part. That nigga was trash. That brother was trash. That sister was trash. Let them go in the grave where they belong. You are gold. You are the precious thing. Be that thing. Don't hold on to nothing in the past. I don't care how much yards you rush for in your senior year in high school, nigga. I don't care how many how big of the you was more pretty than the prettiest cheerleader in the world. That shit don't matter. Now you serving the Lord, that's what matters. That's what gives you power. That's what gives you strength. And that's what's going to fish other people who's suffering now like you suffered before. It's going to give them the confidence they need. It's going to give them the strength they need. It might stop somebody from blowing their brains out or slitting their wrists. If you become who you are, who you need to be. You get the point? So Ragash, you get the whole thing? You get the whole picture with that. Like, you're going to have to prepare yourself for tests. It's going to be a series of tests. And as you go to battle those tests, you have to know, okay, I'm at war now. If I'm at war, ain't no man ever fight a war by himself. Let me go get the army. Let me call. Let me see what's going on. And if you notice, the voice on the other end gets excited about solving this problem. So what are you going to do? What about this? Go look this up. Call me back. Some. I'm going to call this one and that one. They're going to come pick you up. You could do this on the way to the wherever we had to take you to sort this thing out. Blah, 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 blah. Boom. It's done. And you done conquered something. And many times in our life, this is the first time we've ever really conquered something. Many times, this is really the first time we've ever really beat a serious problem. We get used to just whatever. Let the problem just go. So, something as simple as paying parking tickets or traffic violations. You know, as a people, we let that shit build up. Whatever. Whatever. You know what I mean? You live in outside of DC. You know, DC say they're going to take everybody to court now because Marylanders and Virginians going in DC getting all these tickets and ain't paying shit. You had to go to some function in DC. You taking an Uber, you ain't taking your car down there, you don't want the booth. When nigga, you could just pay the damn ticket. You come in the truth and you say, man, they're going to suspend this license, they're going to do this. Well, why? What happened? You commit crimes? Nah, tickets. Tickets. Brother, just, it's our sister. Just call the DMV. Find out how much you owe them. See if they have a payment plan. All right. Sometimes you need somebody to tell you to do it. And you do it, and in 2 months you got your license and driving and wonder why the hell you was living this dumbass life before on the run like you Billy the fucking kid. Every time you see a blue light, you dugging in an alley and turning the lights off. Fucking idiots. Just go pay the damn bill, dummy. Just go pay the bill. Stupid as hell, man. Like you just wasting energy just doing nothing because nobody ever taught you how to conquer some shit. You pay that bill, you riding through normal now. You looking at the cop in his face like, what? Now you are confidence now, right? That's this life, and that's something small. Imagine other shit. Get the point? Boom. Any more? Any other questions? We good to go? You understand it, Radash? Let's get it. Go ahead.
That was a question. The phone.
Go ahead.
No, it was a brother on the phone.
Oh, there's one. Okay, go ahead, up.
No, I think you already answered this question.
No,
okay. That's no one.
Okay.
Okay, no sweat. Anything else?
Yeah, Con. So there's a couple questions online from Sister Kapaya. She says, Shalom, can you please give a breakdown on the diaspora of the Hebrew Israelite peoples as far as being spread throughout the world? I'm not sure what Bible verses apply to this topic.
Okay, who's asking this?
This is Kapaya.
Okay, no sweat. A breakdown of the diaspora. Read it again when you get a chance.
Khan. Shalom, sir. Can you please give a breakdown on the diaspora of the Hebrew Israelite people as far as being spread throughout the world? I'm not sure what Bible verses apply to this topic.
Hebrew Israelites being spread throughout the world. Okay. The reason why I'm asking is because let me get some more. Give me 1 Peter 1:1, James 1:1. Give me Hosea 11. Was it 11? Hold on.
And there's a hater that asks a question. What's the difference between us and the KKK?
Well, the I.S.U.P.K starts with I, and KKK starts with K. I hope that answers your question. I mean, whoever have it read, right? Because just for the sake of time, I think it's Hosea. I'm gonna come to you just now with Hosea. But whoever have what I want here, read it ASAP, all right?
James chapter 1, verse 1.
Hold on, so what about the one in the Apocrypha? Did we ever find it? Yeah. Hold on.
Lars, I got the one in Matthew, but I didn't find one in the Apocrypha.
Okay, maybe it's in Matthew then. Let me hear it.
Go
ahead.
I got it right here. The book of Matthew chapter 5 and verse 14. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on an hill cannot be hid.
Okay, that's not the one I'm talking about. I'm gonna look for this one I'm talking about. All right. Okay, let me get James 1:1, 1 Peter 1:1. Whoever have it, read, please, quickly.
Sir. I got the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 1. Salaki. I'm having an issue.
Anybody have it?
James chapter 1, verse 1.
Go ahead.
James, a servant of God and of the Lord Jesus Christ, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting.
Right, read it one more time.
James, a servant of God and of the Lord Jesus Christ.
Right, James, a servant of God and of the Lord Jesus Christ. You all know James, of course, I think is the Greek and Latin for Jacob. So his name would be Yaquab in the Hebrew. A servant of God. Go ahead.
And of Lord Jesus Christ.
And of our Lord, our Master Jesus Christ. Go ahead.
To the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad.
To the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. So that's one precept for the sister who asked the question about precepts for the tribes being scattered. Give me 1 Peter 1:1. Come on, Akim. What's going on with you?
The book of 1 Peter, chapter 1, verse 1. Peter, an apostle of Jesus Christ, to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Galatia,
go ahead.
Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia.
Right. This is Peter, right? Apostle of the Lord Jesus Christ, to the 12 tribes scattered abroad in where?
Throughout Pontus.
Throughout Pontus, which is a city outside of Jerusalem. Go ahead.
Galatia,
which is another city outside of Jerusalem.
Cappadocia,
which is another city outside of Jerusalem. Go ahead.
Asia.
Go ahead. Asia is a whole region to the east of Jerusalem. That's what it was called Asia Minor back in that time. Go ahead.
And Bithynia.
Another region outside. All right. That's another precept for the 12 tribes being scattered abroad. You could also, I'm not going to read this right now, so just for time's sake, you could also get in the Apocrypha 2nd Ezra 13, where the 12 tribes left, with the 9.5 tribes left after the Assyrian captivity, and said, let us go to a place that no man has, that our forefathers never knew. And there we will serve the Lord. And they began on a journey that took them, what it was, 6 months or something like that? Half a year or a year and something? A year and a half. So like a year and a half journey to a place that's called Arsareth. And they've been there ever since. Arsareth is an old name for the region of the Americas. And that's the precept in the Apocrypha to prove that the Latino tribes and the Native Indian tribes left the Assyrian captivity and sailed around not the Horn of Africa, but down to South Africa and back up to the Americas, right? That's the proof of it. You could go look up how long it would take if you were to sail from where the Red Sea is, that area, down to South Africa, up to the Americas. It's a year and a half. It'll tell you it'll take 18 months to sail it, not with a power boat, but to sail it, right? The Native Indian tribes never crossed no Bering Strait. That's white man bullshit. They sailed over there, right? They sailed over there and settled. So you can use those precepts if you need, sis. No, I would just, you want to ask yourself why you need them. If you need them just to prove it, then fine. But if you need them because in your mind you need to go look for Israelites scattered in Mogadishu, pause. Stop yourself. Stop yourself for a second. They don't need your help as much as the nigga in the city with you. You get the point? You don't need to go that far. You don't need to go find them because they're scattered and they're by themselves. There's somebody in a house right there, in your city that feeling alone, surrounded by a family. Surrounded by a family, have a slavery, probably got kids, and they feel alone. They're ready to just call it quits because you wouldn't pay tithes and that would fund your priests and prophets going out to teach them, or you wouldn't come in the school and let your light shine to teach them. Now, I'm not saying this is how you are. I'm just speaking in general. So you want to ask yourself those questions, all right? Anything else?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Where is that one? It's definitely in the Apocrypha. Fire on one side. Hold on. Go ahead.
J.D. Walker, he said,
somebody say something?
Yeah, I think it also Kazak.
The one you look at, the fire on one side and the water on the other is 2nd Esdras 7:7, sir.
Okay, hold on.
Want me to read it, Cap?
Yeah, please.
Kawakan. 2nd Esdras chapter 7, verse 7. The entrance thereof.
Start at 6.
Kawakan, verse 6. There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water.
Keep going.
And one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Kawakan. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance?
Keep going.
And I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion.
Put that with your precept, Ragash. You understand? That's why temptation comes. Because this city that's full of good things, that's set apart, it's full of good things. But the path towards it is treacherous and narrow. So narrow, only one man could go at a time. There's fire on one side and water on the other. Either you burn or you drown if you veer off this shit. You can't go back now. That's the truth. Once somebody tell you the truth, you can't unknow the shit. You're going to be in the world getting high, knowing Christ is black and the Jews is black, and it's going to vex you because it's going to fuck with your high. The Bible says it would be better that you never knew the truth. And you could just sin in peace. Ignorance is bliss. But from the time you know it, it's like waking up in the morning and the alarm clock going off, and you adamant to go back to sleep. But you're up now and you're under the blanket like a fucking idiot. You up now. You fully up. You ain't sleeping. You just under the blanket there and you vexed that you're up. Everybody ever experienced that shit? Where you vexed that you up. Worse off if somebody wake you up before you wanted to get up. Leave me alone. Let me sleep. No time to get up. And you just laying there with the blanket over your head like a fucking fool. And you're trying to go back to sleep, but what's happening? You can't go back to sleep. You're up now. That's finding the truth. That's finding the truth. It's a vexation if you try to forget it. It's going to trouble you. It's going to bother you. The best thing to do is what? Just get up. Start the day. Get moving. Get moving. That's it. So you put this precept with it, all right? Because this here is that's why it say if the city were given to a man for an inheritance, if he shall never pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive the inheritance? If you don't want to get tested, if you want to be a Christian, you're going to get the Christian's reward. But if you want to come in here and follow after Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you're going to have to go through what they go through. You're going to have to do what they did. There's no other way to get it. You get it, Ragash? So what took is that? Go ahead. Bukash, go ahead.
Kind. It's from a JD Walker. Says, Shalom, Cap. If I may, can you speak on the detriment of the Christian church, even though the Christian church can help you overcome certain sins or behaviors, drinking, fornication, smoking, etc.?
Can you speak on what?
Can you speak on the detriment of the Christian church, even though the Christian church can help overcome certain sins or behaviors, drinking, such as drinking, fornicating, smoking, etc.?
Why do I need to speak on it if the Christian church helps? Okay, the Christian church doesn't help anybody overcome anything. The Christian church just simply replaces one sin with another. You understand? You look at it as if the Christian church stops you from what he said, drinking, fornication, and smoking. All right. Hold on. When
and there was a response from the sister Kapaya.
Go ahead, let me hear
that. She said, Shalom, Cat, just wondering about the heritage of my children and their father. Laugh out loud. LOL.
Okay. Is your children's father an Israelite or he's not an Israelite? All right. And it's real simple with it. All right. So yeah, so now he's asking the question based on the Christian church stopping, as so he said, drinking, smoking, whatever. Christian church doesn't stop it. It does not do that. It may give you a temporary patch, or it may trade you one lust for another. Anybody ever heard of, what's the full name? Not Kirk Franklin. What's the other gospel singer as a brother? He's a little older than Kirk Franklin. It's with a K too.
Donnie McClurkin.
That's the one, Kirkland. I was trying to remember. I keep saying Kirk Franklin, but it's Kirk. Too much Kirk, sir. Kirk Franklin, McClurkin, Charlie Kirk. It's just I'm cooking out. Yeah, I mean, Donnie McClurkin, right? I don't know if Bukwash could find it in time. If he finds it time, we could play it. Donnie McClurkin said how he had an extreme porn addiction. And I think this is just when they try to make him something in the church or something like that. And he threw it all away. He threw it in some dumpster or some shit like that. And he went back home. I forget exactly how it go. Long story short, the nigga get the urge and drove back to the dumpster, how much miles away, and pulled every, booty call 69 out and went back home. That's the Christian church. It does not rid you of your problem. It gives you a temporary patch. It's like a nicotine patch. You get the point? That ain't stopping you smoking. It just, in the meantime, it's like vaping. You know what I mean? It's marketable, it's cool, whatever. You get the point. If you could find it, Bukwash, you could play it. Or if anybody find it, send it to Bukwash. All right? He said he went back and found it all. And drove back home with the shit. And go ahead.
KM Cole says, sir, that was Kirk Franklin.
That was Kirk Franklin.
God
damn, there's so much of these sinners. Donnie McClurkin did some
was
shit.
gay. It's like,
Oh,
well,
he was a
yeah,
faggot.
yeah, kind of.
God damn. You see, I'm mixing up the sin. Like it's a whole mixed mash. It's a sin gumbo in the Christian church. They're not curing anything out because all they do is make you trade one for the other. They're very gay. They make you trade one thing for the other and give you temporary ease, but they do not stop the problem. What is the problem with sin? Why do people sin? What's the problem? Young brother.
It feels good to him.
You said I can't argue that shit. You know what I mean? Hell. You wonder why somebody can't stop smoking weed? Because weed is delicious. It don't, it's not bad to them. It feels so good. But there's a root cause. It feels good, but there's a root cause. Listen, there's people who are addicted to things that cause them pain. But the pain somehow is, it is medicating to them. Go ahead, what was you gonna say?
I was gonna say that's what they adapt to.
That's what they use to, help themselves. It's something else. I said it in here before. A few classes ago, we went through it.
Because you like the pain, you want the pain.
It's a little bit more base than that. It's a little bit more base. Okay, let me qualify it a little bit. Before you know it's wrong, it's not technically you're sinning because you don't even know. But the minute you do, and it still goes on, then there's a root cause for that. Before you even know, you do it because it feels good, like anything, right? But then there's a root cause for it, which is why the Christian church cannot help you. Who knows? All right, give me hold James 2 and 10, and then give me Romans 6 and 13.
It's like he responded. He has a response.
Who's this?
The question, the guy, the JD Walker who asked the question.
Go ahead.
He says, Cap, I often have discussions with my rib pertaining to the church. She credits the church for helping her with alcohol addiction once she was baptized. She says it's changed. It's a change she couldn't make.
Okay, that may be well and good. Now, let me ask you this: can your rib drink alcohol at all? No. Can she drink it now? Could you and her enjoy a drink? No. All right. Give me Romans 6 and 13 in the meantime.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 6, verse 13. Neither yield ye your members as instruments of unrighteous unto sin, but yield yourselves unto God as those that are alive from the dead, and your members are and your members are and your members as instruments of unrighteousness unto God.
Anybody knows what it means? Read it one more time. Just give it a little bit more fluidity, all right? You might have to get a bigger print out. You see in that print good? Shit, y'all better than me, boy.
I can get the phone.
That should look like Braille. It's like lines going across that page. Go ahead.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 6, verse 13. Neither yield ye your members as instruments of unrighteousness unto sin.
Give me that first part. Neither yield ye your members as instruments of unrighteousness unto sin. What does that mean? What are your members? Go ahead, up.
Members is like your community who's with you, your tribe.
Okay, that's members of a community. But your members as a person, you neither yield ye your members. What is your members?
Like anything that you can control, like your arms, your legs,
your
obscenities.
Your what?
Obscenities.
Your extremities, your arms, your legs, your fingers, your eyes. All those are your members. Don't yield your members to as instruments of unrighteousness unto sin. What does that mean? Come on, the question.
Don't roll up that blunt. And then
don't use your hands. Don't yield. Yield means what?
To give in.
To give in. Because this is something what? You do not want to do. So you give in. You give in after doing what? After doing what?
Running away?
No. You give in after doing what? Come on. Just be honest with yourself. Right? Just remember the last time you gave. After doing what? You initially trying to fight the thing. You initially try to fight. And then something happens. Oh boy, y'all should see that spirit in the class. But Shapat just go over here and just be like, let me take this nigga up here. Let me just, he gonna be all right. He just wanted his uncle, that's all. You get the point? You give in after what? Fighting. Right or wrong? Right? You give your focus, Akin. Focus. It's too hard. He trained, You'll forget he trained. Got there. You give in after initially what? Fighting. And then you yield. You wave your white flag. That's what yielding is. she walk, you could just keep an eye on her. And, you know, just keep an eye, make sure she's still well. All right. You yield because you fight it at first. You fought at first, but you give up. Because you get what? Tired of fighting. And you don't call nobody to pick up the fight for you. So you just there. Sometimes you cry and rolling up the blood because you know you don't want to do it. Remember Pookie was lighting that damn glass, crying. Brother, it's so common. They put our pain as comedy. Like you've never seen a depiction of the Holocaust as a comedy. That's a nice idea. I need to tell Ryan Coogler make a comedy about Auschwitz. You get the point? They make movies about us in jail, The Wire. How come we never see no old, gangster shit going on in Buchenwald with some nigga, pimping out them old skeleton ass bitches for food or something? Go ahead.
Concert. There was an old clip of Denzel Washington. They was trying to pitch him to do a movie, and it was something like the nigga who couldn't die. They were shoot him, stab him, all this stuff. He would always come back. He was like, that's not funny. And it was like, yeah, they was trying to explain that, yeah, it is funny, and it will be a big hit. He was like, well, what happens if we take a Jewish guy and then we put him in a gas chamber and then he don't die? Or we electrocute him and we don't die. Put him on the firing range, he don't die. And he was like, everybody got quiet. It was
it's not funny when it's them, but it's funny when it's us. That's exactly it. Like you watch that thing with Pookie. It's a comical depiction of a crackhead. But brother, they in pain, and that's the only thing that will ease the pain. They don't want to do it. He don't want to do this shit. He don't want to. He cry and lighten up this motherfucking thing. He's crying. He don't do it. I think Mathaya put up a video a few weeks ago about some sister. She's some big stripper in Atlanta or something, or some old prostitute or something. And she's being interviewed on one of these podcasts. And she said she wants to quit, or what made her quit, or she was heartbroken when young girls said they looked up to her. You see the video? She said they looked up to her, and she said it never occurred to her that she's inspiring young girls to be a whore. And she starts saying, this ain't no life for nobody. I did it because this is all I had and I made the best I could. And that's what comes with glamorizing, sin. It comes with glamorizing the shit. You influence a whole other generation of people. But back to it, like this is, you yield, you give up. That's really what it is. That's why it's important to understand what's really going on with you. You give up. Now, when you hear that now, the average person don't want to give up, don't want to be known as a quitter. You want to be known as I'm fighting. But the Christian church don't even allow you to fight. They don't allow you to fight. Because the same brother, you should ask your rib. The Christian church stopped your alcoholism, but they ain't stopped them faggots on the choir. They ain't saying them faggots, you cannot sing until you go through rehab or go to a therapist or something. The Christian church don't stop adultery. The Christian church just replaces one weakness for another, which is what sin is. It's a weakness that you yield to. Instead of putting you in a position to get stronger in the thing, it makes you trade weaknesses, choosing the lesser of two evils. That's what the church does. You get the point? Where we at? Read on, Ragash. 13.
You start from the top, sir?
Please.
This is the book of Romans chapter 6, verse 13. Neither yield ye your members as instruments of unrighteousness unto sin, but yield yourselves unto God.
But yield your members to God. So instead of now you giving up, you fight and going ahead and getting high, or being a whore, buying whores, or abusing yourself, or unaliving somebody, or committing abortion, or whatever it is, or worshiping a false god. Now you yield to the Lord. Instead of giving up the fight with Satan, you keep fighting that thing. And you stop fighting the Lord. Life is black and white. If you're not fighting Satan, you're fighting God. And if you're fighting God, then you're not fighting Satan. You get the point?
Okay.
You can't be God-fearing, but you giving up this thing. Then you don't fear the Lord. That's why I say sin has a root. The root cause of it is you just don't want to fight no more. That's the root of it. You don't want to battle this thing to the end. You gave up the fight. In here, not only do we teach you how to fight, we're going to join the fight with you.
Right.
What she doesn't know is that pastor is an alcoholic. I'm sure he is. He's an alcoholic. He can't fight with you. He can't do the whole thing at all. All right? The Christian church is just the house of Satan. It's one random person's quote unquote success in fighting their demons in there cannot be attributed to the church, because the vast majority of people in the church are in love with the demons that plague them since childhood. Some of us met the demon in church. We were fine until that one summer camp or that Sunday school. We were fine until then, or any religious institution anyway. The Christian church does not have a good success rate. You see, like how the FBI, they have a 7 or 98% conviction rate. That's what they say. When the federal agents come for you, y'all know what I'm talking about or no? Y'all looking at me like y'all don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. They say they have a 90-something% conviction rate. The Christian church has a 90-something% failure rate. They say today Cardi B pregnant by some random nigga, right? You all saw that? Anybody know what religion she is? What religion she is? Take a guess.
Christian.
Yeah. And everybody's congratulations card. You're congratulating a whore, a slut. What you telling me about the Christian church? Donald Trump is a Christian, and he ripping families apart. He just last week or 2 weeks ago dropped a bomb on a boat leaving the coast of Venezuela, killed 11 people. Yesterday they killed 3 more. These are fishermen. These are Christians. The Christian church will support Israel, the state of Israel. Like, what we talking about? Your wife is, what happens is she may or may not have control of her alcohol problem. I don't know her personally, and I'm not going to call her a liar, so she may have control over it. But the Christian church allows her to maintain the power over you that she would not normally have if she was not in the church. It gives her a type of space and feeling. The Christian church gives her the same spirit and the same outlook that the serpent gave Eve. You get the point? The Christian church gives her that comfortability and that feeling that outside of it she would not have, and she's afraid to be outside of it. Go ahead, Shaprash.
Lucky. One thing that's different with the I.S.U.P.K is the KKK is Christian.
Oh, Tawada, give him a hand. The KKK is also Christian. So what are we really talking about? In here, we build men and women. The UPK is definitely, we could go to the bank with that thing. We have a reputation that's stellar. We change in lives every day. Everybody knows it. Anybody, a brother or sister comes in here, you get it. You stick in here long enough and allow the Lord to work, you're going to see something ridiculous about yourself. All right. Let me just get these 2 more real quick for time's sake. All right. Where we at? 13? Go ahead with 13 now. 6 and 13, read on to 14 quickly.
But yield yourselves unto God as those that are alive from the dead.
As those that are alive from the dead. Why are you alive from the dead? Because you have to kill the old man and the old woman. You have to put them away. You can't be that person no more. Why you want to be that person? Why you want to be, that thing? You could leave that alone and become brand new. Get the point? Totally brand new. Go ahead.
And your members as instruments of righteousness unto God.
And now your hands and feet and your mouth and your eyes and your ears work for God. There's his instruments now. They work for him. Keep going.
For sin shall not have dominion over you.
You ain't going to lose this battle no more. You ain't going to yield and wave the white flag no more and say, all right, I'm going to just go on in here and, get high or do whatever. Have sex with this whore or whatever. because you can't help yourself. You'll see that that video that going viral with Mace and Cameron and that old boxing fool, where he's sitting there and he can't control himself. Now, this is a grown man. Boxing is one of the hardest sports to train for, right? It's one of the hardest sports to prepare for. Track and field, all those individual sports is ridiculous to prepare for. And he was a boxer at one time, you know, well renowned and a champion. And you mean to tell me you can't sit across from a woman and not say anything? But hey, how you doing, sis? No problem. How you feeling? You know what I mean? You can't give a compliment as a brother. And that's why Cameron had to check him. A lot of people are saying, well, why he didn't say that while he was in the room and blah, 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 blah. He handled that like a man's supposed to handle that. That's a boy. Adrian Broner is a boy who'll have sex with anything. With anything. This man had kids and all kind of shit. Whoever he's with is watching that video as he's losing control over this girl who's probably half his age. It's a young girl. She's in her 20s or something, 22 or some shit like that. You can't control yourself, Ark? And they done spoke to him before the damn cameras went rolling. That's why Cameron said, I done told you her boyfriend is here. So if he said, I done told you, which means we've had this talk, and you was asking about her or making these comments, and you can't control yourself. Poor Mace. Mace trying to switch the whole thing. Say, is that a real background? He trying to deflect and switch the topic. But this nigga's so vile, it ain't catch. Like, that's somebody, he can't control himself out. He can't control himself. And listen, hold on, I'm gonna come to it. That is borderline sexual harassment. And anybody who has a problem with it, you always hear black men need to protect black women. That's what the fuck it looks like. It looks like somebody stepping in and making it a safe space. You see how that girl was all, you know, smiling and putting her head down? And people is like, you know, well, she was encouraging it, or some people might think so. She wasn't encouraging it. That's what you call innocence and femininity. She don't have to get loud and cuss him out. There's two men there. There's two masculine men there. She don't have to come out of her element. Nobody could play back a tape of her cursing him out like on some housewife, an NBA housewife or one of them old unscrupulous ass bitches. There's no video of her throwing something at it. She maintained her ladiness. I'm going to let the man deal with this thing. And she just smiled and was all coy and shy. She didn't do nothing. That's a safe space that she could now be feminine with. You get the point? But that brother there, he can't control himself. He drink too much. He get high too much. He see a woman, oh, I'm mesmerized. Oh, you're so beautiful. You're so... Maybe that's why you're not a champion anymore. Maybe you just, you know, you can't say no. Say again? If I have a personal vendetta against you, bro. You can't say no because it's not in your culture to deny yourself, which is the root of sin. That's, remember when Trump started the thing. If you want to make DC more lawful, give it to Commanding General Yahanna, because we established the culture of self-denial in here. To obey God, you have to say no to yourself. You have to. Because what do you want to do on a daily basis? We just come off of summer. What do you want to do on any Saturday afternoon in DC streets? Those of you who want us with yourself. Come on, Bukwash. Help them out. Be honest. Tell the truth and make Satan a liar.
Don't want to go to the mosque, want to chase tail.
Yeah. He paraphrased so he don't incriminate himself. He incriminate Tupac. He incriminating himself there. I still got love for you. I'm mad at you, because I'm mad. Exactly. You want to go out there and get some of them sundresses out and take them home under the moonlight, even if you're not going to call them bitches tomorrow. You get the point? Okay. You're going to have to deny yourself no matter what presents. That fool who went and had sex with Cardi B, he should have denied her. I don't care if she was naked in the room. I don't care if she caught you, you know, all drugged up. You should have said, Well, why you don't want? Because you have a husband. Go work it out with him. That alone would change the Black community. That would stop traumas of separation. You know how bad it traumatizes a child when the parents separate? Because even from a young age, a child knows, okay, I come from y'all too. So now when that goes apart, the child has an identity crisis and an esteem crisis. But if brothers would start turning tail down, maybe them children ain't gonna have stepdaddies. Maybe child support could go out the way, and the child support judge, bailiff, child support administration, the sheriff who gonna serve you, the officer, the caseworker who managed the case, all of them would be without a job. They'd be on the bread line if you would stop having sex with whores. Just say no. Just say la. Just with all due respect, la. And she'll go to the next nigga. Nah, shit. He said no. What the fuck I saying yes for? Go back to your man, sis. Go back to Offset. Go back to Offset. That's what the whole internet should have said. Go back to your husband. Go back to him. Think about how many we watch public who just separate and go somewhere else. Go back to that man. Go back to that man. Go deal with him. Go back to that. I'm not having sex with you. No, you're not attractive to me. You're not. Go back to him. Go back to him. Says go back to and work that shit out. Or you all need therapy, fine. But you will not have another relationship. This man has kids with you. Deny yourself, nigga. No, you could do that thing. You could beat weed. You could beat every goddamn thing if you would just deny yourself. If you would yield your members to the Most High. And what does that look like? Still, so, I met this girl at the gas station. Oh yeah, what's going on with her? Oh yeah, she you know, she bad as hell. Some. She had any kids? Yeah, she got one kid, but she said the daddy ain't he ain't around. Listen up. Ask her for the number to call him. Let him tell you he don't want. I bet you the story different. All right, so I'll do it. It was the nigga number. What do you want that for? We'll give you the whole blueprint on how to avoid a whore. And probably save some young boy's life and let this girl go back to her husband. That's what we're doing here. What the Christian church say, brother, I'm going to tell you what they say. Woman, thou art loosed. Woman, thou art loosed. They'll marry you to her in the church, counsel her to divorce you, and then she'll marry the new nigga in the same church. If you're really lucky, she'll marry the preacher. If you're really lucky, if you're really lucky and the stars align, the new nigga just might be the preacher. Christian church is a whorehouse and the house of Satan. Now, if your rib doesn't want to accept that, do not hate her. Don't despise her. Don't even argue with her no more. You come in here and let her see an example of a real man of God every single day, every night, every morning. Let her look on tapes and she'll be able, you show her what her preacher is not doing. Eventually, brother, she can't resist it. I'm trying to tell you that something about that YouTube opening. Something about that opening, brother. The sisters go crazy for that shit. Just come in here and become the man of God, and she'll just leave the church. All right, Bukwash, go ahead. Real quick.
Like, it's two things.
Go ahead.
When that girl was on the camera on the Mace show, Mace was a pastor. He ain't say nothing. He was trying to deflect and do something else.
No damn pastor.
Well, he would claim to be a pastor.
Mace is a pimper. Mace going wherever the money pay, you know. Mace going, and listen. You're right. He claimed to be a Christian preacher and couldn't handle it. But Cameron did what our whole life is based on, which is brotherhood. And it takes masculinity to have brotherhood. Because you're going to have to step to something and correct something that nobody ain't going to want to hear you. Right. And really, it don't matter if they don't want to hear you. But you're going to have to be able to stop something. You're going to have to not care about being liked. Because now, what is everybody saying about Cameron now? He shouldn't have did that. He shouldn't have embarrassed him. He kept talking afterwards. None of y'all was saying shit about what this nigga was saying. None of y'all was saying none of that. If some old drug addict pervert was interfering with your daughter or your cousin or your sister, you would do worse. You get the point? Bukwash, that was it?
No, sir. There was also with Stefan Diggs, there was an interview
that's the Cardi B dude?
Yeah, Conor
What
Khan.
a simple ass nigga.
Conor Khan, yeah. They were doing some interviews with his teammates, and they would say, who's the one person that you would not want your sister to be with? All of them said Stefan Diggs.
Well, okay, again, that's the most part. they would not want their sister to be with their brother. Who would they want their sister to be with? That's the real question. Not who you would want her not to be with. What type of man you would want her to be with? That's what every brother should ask himself. What type of man would you want her to be with? Somebody like you? But you hang out with these men. So who do you really want her to? Maybe you don't want her to have no man, because really you, in your world, all you do is go have sex with whores. And if she has a man like you, it means your sister is a whore. And you don't want your sister to be a whore like Diddy. Diddy wants to whore everybody out, but he said his daughters can't have no boyfriend. Why? Why? Somebody send Diddy daughters 2 white corsages, please. Are they of age? They're not of age yet, right? I think they're very young. I'll wait about 5 or 10 years. Let's see how Diddy like that shit. Oh, I'm wrong for that because they're young, right? I'm wrong for that shit. Me, I'm wrong. Like, people don't understand what it really takes to run a nation. You're going to have to deny yourself a whole lot. Go ahead, Shapad.
Saying no and, denying your members for the Lord remind me of that third son with a woman who had the 7 sons, and the Greek emperor was trying to get him to eat pork. And, he just saw his first brother unalive, second brother unalive, and he straight up said, look, I'm not eating the pork. Look, here my arms, here my leg. He stuck his tongue out.
Yep.
Said, they don't belong to me. You could take them.
Exactly. He said the Lord would give me new ones in the reincarnation. Now, who the hell doing that? Which Christian doing that shit? A Christian ain't cutting off nothing. He ain't cutting shit off. He ain't turning down nothing but his color. Nothing. Get the point? The Christian church is the house of Satan. Give me James 2:10.
It's like the other sister had a response.
Hold on, Salaki. We finished Romans? I'm trying to get to that next verse.
Sir.
Go ahead. Read on. Romans 13 and something, right?
Romans 6 and 13.
6 and 13. Go ahead.
Verse 14. For sin shall not have for sin shall not have dominion over you. For ye are not under the law, but under grace.
Right? Sin will not have dominion over you because you are not under the law, but under grace. Because of Christ, you have grace, which is a period of time to get right. You behind on your utility bills. The utility company would give you a grace period to pay your bills up, to get right. Or say, listen, give me this now and give me this in 2 months. That's called grace, meaning we're not going to punish you. We're not going to cut you off. Christ also gave us a grace period to get right. There's a certain amount of time each brother and sister has to come out of their folly, to grow out of your bullshit, to put your big pants on, to take the diapers off and put some drawers on now. Because why? With diapers on, what could you do? What could you do? Come on, sis, I know you'll take care of the baby. He ain't in drawers yet, right? He in diapers, right? What does he do? Get his sister the mic.
He urinates and defecates on himself.
Everywhere. He could be, in the kitchen, in the bathroom. He does piss and shit everywhere because he feel to. But the minute you had to put on drawers, now you have to do what? Shapat? You're drinking water. I'm still asking. I should have paused, but I couldn't. I couldn't deny myself. Laughing. Go ahead.
You have to deny yourself.
You have to stop yourself. You have to feel that person coming and be like, oh, and they do it. Once they catch on, once you potty train them, they say, oh, gotta pee. And they had to hold it until that time. What if you could do that with everything? You have to start to practice self-control. And the Christian church allows you to be free. Do what you want and do what makes you feel good. Serving God is not about feeling good. It's not about feeling good. If that was the case, anybody could do it. You understand? Serving the Lord is, brother, on the 8th day, you had to take that male son and go rip his foreskin off. Yes, Ragash was like, whoo, yeah. Yep. What did Sarah tell Abraham? He said, "You bloody man." She cursed him. So you could do that to my son. Serving the Lord has nothing to do with feeling good. But according to the Christian, it's about feeling. This has nothing to do with feeling good. You think it's about feeling good? What the hell are you talking about? That has nothing to do with that thing. Serving the Lord is about power and might and getting it, obtaining it and keeping it until time forever. That's what serving the Lord is for. And as you trying to achieve that goal, you denying yourself and making yourself stronger and taking the L's with the W's. You're taking the wins with the losses. You're taking the sun with the rain, and you're growing and you're controlling yourself. You're tempering yourself. And before long, brother, you'll be able to speak life into the dead. You'll be able to live in a certain way. Just seeing you is going to change somebody's life. That's what serving the Lord is about. You think the Lord felt good to drown everybody? You think the Lord felt good to kill his own people in the wilderness? But he had to do it. He said he take no pleasure in your sacrifice. You know? He said, I don't want sacrifice. I want a contrite and broken heart. That's what every parent wants. Parents don't want how to discipline their kids and make the kids cry and make the kids sad. But nigga, I'm going to do it so you could learn to control yourself, so you could be better. Because if I don't do it, when you get to 20, you're going to blame me because you ain't shit. And that's just the honest truth. That's just the honest, God-done truth. That's it. That's it. Serving the Lord has no... If you're looking to feel good, go to church. If you want to come in here and learn how to change lives and get people off of crack, there's people on crack right now that feeling good. Why should they come serve the Lord? You talk to any cocaine addict or crack addict, they all say the high is better than sex. Brother, I don't think I ever want to see cracker. Better than sex, huh? Get the fuck out of here. You sick. They all chase the first high. They say the first high is the best blast they ever get. And they all try, that's why they often overdose or buy more, go broke. Because they're trying to buy so much to get that first feeling. You have sex for the first time, you like it, you just go have sex again. These niggas go lose their house over an 8-ball. They feeling good. They're sleeping on a bridge, but they feel good. They're sleeping in an abandoned building, they feel good. They could be in jail, they feel good. If serving the Lord feeling good, I guess he's, Peter. He what I mean? He's the 12 apostles. It's not about feeling good. Are there going to be times of enjoyment serving the Lord? Hell yes. And as you grow in the truth, your perspective of what's enjoyment and what feels good changes. Right now, as you bear and roar in the world, enjoyment for you might be a day off of slavery. You get a holiday, you get Juneteenth, woohoo! You serve the Lord. Enjoyment for you is, all right, let's load up for Camp Akiem. You'll get in that van.
Right.
You piling in that van with vigor. You coming out there, you setting up that camp. Because this thing, there's nothing better than getting on a mic and saying the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of.
That's fine.
There's no better feeling. It's better than sex. Salah. Give that a hand, Ragash. They're lying to themselves, Ragash. Ragash is the only one in here like, hell yeah, it is. I'm trying to tell you something. Now, this is no disrespect to the sisters, but I'm trying to tell you. If it's a question of, they say a night with me or $500. If it's about going on national TV on CNN with one of them anchors and saying the white man is the devil or spending the night with you, sis, I'll be back after the interview. I'll be right back after the interview. But I must go and say that thing. That thing, that's going to wake people up. That's going to change lives. I'm going to come to you. Go ahead. Go use your restroom now. Go ahead.
It's like if I made two sidebars, one on what you said, like when we don't go to camp, like I'm backed up. I gotta say the white man the devil several
You
times.
got to do something.
You know what I'm saying? But
listen, Jerome, I'm gonna get a story out. In fact, I'll get it after. Go ahead.
No, sir. But now I'm about to say, one of my favorite topics is the mark of the beast, and I don't really feel like you got to it, but this is a fire class.
Oh, Most High Christ, that's the Lord. That's your, when you help y'all, shit. But I'm gonna definitely get to the mark of the beast because I want to deal with it. Listen, Jerome, Katham told me this sometime. I remember there was sometime in 2009 or 8. You remember DC had a bad blizzard, like it was a ton of snow outside. It was like 2009 or it was bad as shit. I mean, you got to be inside for a while. We was down. We was done. We couldn't go to camp, power out, all kind of shit. We had the oven open trying to get heat, doing all kind of dumb shit. Something happened, and I fucking cook out. That was 500. Y'all have to forgive me. General Katham started to laugh. General Katham used to live with us, right? We all grew up with General Katham. General Katham say, he just look at General Katham have a way he'll pause and he'll just look at you and he just started to laugh. And he's like, Meshach got that cabin fever. He needs to go to camp. He said, nah, go put that podium outside of the snow. And every brother knows it. You need the outlet. The truth also gives you an outlet. Because now you start to recognize the oppression and the frustration that makes you angry. Now you have an outlet for it. Now you have somewhere where you could focus this thing and get real results from it. You get the point? So that's it. All right, let me stop there real quick. Hold up. Mark of the beast. We good to go?
So there was one more scripture that you had asked for. James 2:10.
I think we read that. Nah, I'm gonna have to pause on. Go ahead and read it out. What you have?
The sister said, could you ask if her father her
Right, the child's father. You get him, Michael Bukwash. Go ahead.
She says she says she doesn't know because he's Black and Asian, and then his father is Black and Asian, and she just really wants to know for her kids.
Okay, this is what you do, sis. You don't have to go and find, you don't have to go and hunt down, the national treasure and take trips, and you don't have to do that. This is what you do. You know you are Israelite. You're not sure what he is, you're not sure what the kids are. You come in here. You come in here and you become solid in here. You call your camp leader and get some more counsel. There may be something they can do. There may be questions they'll ask that they could really, get more info. It might be say, listen, let the kids come until we know for sure. You get the point? But in the meantime, you raise them kids up under God's laws in your own house. You raise them kids up, no problem. What's the precept? I always forget the mother. Who's the mother of Jacob and Esau? Rebecca. Rebecca raised Esau to a grown man. She raised him up. He was a strong man. He was a cunning hunter, which means she had to breastfeed him, and he was a goddamn heathen. She had to change his diapers. She had to make sure he ate. He couldn't hunt if he was weak and frail, which means she gave him the love a mother should give a child all the way until his adulthood. But when it came time for the promise, for the covenant, she knew that this had to go to Jacob and not him. She was able to make the separation. That's how you should approach this thing. Raise them children up with the care and love any good mother would give her children. Don't worry about their nationality right now. Don't worry about your husband's nationality or the child's father nationality right now. The Lord will reveal it. Believe you me, he'll reveal it to you. Either way, if he reveals it on the Israelites, you was already growing them up as Israel. If he reveals it on their heathens, you would have already done your duty as an Israelite mother to a child, and you would be blameless. Still raise them up, because you'll be better than a heathen raising up an Israelite. You see these heathens adopting all these Israelite children, turning them into LGBTQ, dressing the boys up like girls. One of them was putting the kids in cages in the back of the damn car whenever they're going out. There's videos of it. One of them actors was doing this shit. They get in the back of the car in a dress, in a cage, and then they jump out. That's what they do to us. We will not do that to them. You get the point? We are the better world. We are the better people because we'll deny ourselves. We'll deny what we want to do for what the Lord wants. And you have them children, you raise them up under God's laws as best you could until you know for sure, right? I wouldn't pay it no more mind. Just get some more counseling with your camp leader, and you take it from there with whatever he tells you to do. He knows you a lot better than I do. He may know some more things about you to help you out with the situation than I do. I wouldn't venture to give you any more than that. All right. Where we at?
James 2 and 10.
Quickly.
This is the book of James, chapter 2, verse 10. For whosoever shall keep the whole law and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all.
Right. That's what the Christian church can't help you. Because the Bible said, if who keeps the whole law and offends in one is guilty of all. So if you are sodomite, you offended in the law. But if you getting high and you're not a sodomite, you might as well be one, because you're guilty of breaking everything anyway. Right? That's what the Bible says. All right. Give me Revelation real quick. I'm running through real quick.
The question on that, sir.
On what?
On what the topic?
There is one.
Go
ahead.
They said is a RFID chip the mark of the beast.
Hell no, it's not the mark of the beast. Hell no, it is not the mark of the beast. All right, there's a RFID chip in your bank account. Is that the mark of the beast? All right. That's not the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is Christianity. Right. That is the mark of the beast. What is the image of the beast? The image of the beast is Caesar. Where's Caesar? Yeah, bring the bitch from here. Right side up. All right, this is our doormat. This is the image of the beast. Who is the beast? The white man is the beast. He is the beast going forth to devour everything in the earth. Right now, Venezuela, Maduro called Rubio a beast. He said anywhere Marco Rubio goes is death and destruction, because America is pressuring the surrounding territories, particularly the Caribbean, especially Trinidad and Tobago, where the brothers is down there, to break ties with Venezuela and allow America to attack Venezuela from Trinidad. And the Venezuelans are like, we've had a good relationship for hundreds of years. How could you let this man, who's making you go against us? The beast is. How is the beast doing it? With his image and his mark. What's his mark? Christianity, which is his philosophy. When you have the mark of the beast, you take on his philosophy and do what he says to do. Fight for what he says to fight for. Take up arms for what he says to fight for. You crying for Charlie Kirk? It's because you have the mark of the beast. You shedding tears for him. If Charlie Kirk bothers you and moves you and makes you want to go and walk and say his name, and what's the brother name? Trey Reed doesn't vex you, you have the mark of the beast. If you think Charlie Kirk was assassinated, but Trey Reed was just killed, or he may have did it to himself, we don't know, you have the mark of the beast. All right, give me what do I want? Who could take me where I need to go real quick? All right, give me like 10 minutes with this thing. Give me Revelations 13. Oh boy, do I have it? Do I have the time to do this? I might have to go into it a little bit more next week. All right. Okay, give me 13 and 11. I need a good reader, good and strong. Young brother, you want to take it? Nice and strong and fluid, all right?
Revelations 13 and 11.
Mm-hmm.
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. And he had two horns like a lamb. And he spake at the dragon.
Right? He had two horns like a lamb, but he spake like a dragon. A lamb, how does a lamb look with the two horns? How does a lamb look? It's a lamb. You all don't know? It looked like curry to me. I'm going to the store and buy oil and curry and a sharp knife. That's how a lamb looks. It looks like food. It looks harmless. It looks like it can't do anything. But when this lamb opened his mouth, he ain't saying bah. He's speaking like a dragon. How does a dragon talk?
With fire.
With fire. When he opened his mouth, people get burned. Literally. People die. So this is metaphorical. This is poetic. You get the point? It's poetic. It's not literal. It's metaphorical. It's saying he appears harmless, but when he opens his mouth, people die. Keep going.
12. And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him. And he causes the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound has healed.
Right, and he exercised the all the power of the first beast. The first beast was Rome. The first beast on the earth was Rome. Rome was a monster. Rome was an empire that stretched all over the earth. That's why there's the saying, all roads lead to Rome, because everywhere was a Roman territory. And you had to pay taxes to Rome. And you would have that that road that really from your village, it takes you straight to Rome. Because why? They need you to bring them taxes in, that money and them goods in. And if you don't bring your resources to Rome, what happens? What does Rome send to you? Soldiers. Rome sends soldiers to your village to burn it down if they can't find the tax sources. And they'll burn it down and make an example of you, so everybody else will know, let me send this to Rome before Rome sends soldiers to me. What is Trump doing right now? Sending soldiers to every city as a message. And he's starting with what? All the black cities. So that in case anything goes wrong, nobody would really care. Nobody would give a damn about what he does to black people in black cities. But he's sending a message. And all them white cities is like, man, you ain't coming in here. All them states who have state power, federal power, it's like, you ain't coming in here. We're going to do something about this shit. But he's starting in areas that he know he can march soldiers down to and turn this into Rome again. Right? Keep going.
13. And he doeth great wonders.
Also, okay, and who dwell, which dwell therein and worship the first beast. He said, hold on, exercises all the power of the first beast before him and causeth the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. What's the deadly wound of Rome? Come on, Mike, please. Go ahead.
I thought you were talking about the first beast. I thought the first beast was the Catholic Church.
The first beast is Rome.
Oh,
that's the first beast. But whose deadly wound was healed? What is that talking about?
Catholic Church.
Nope. Deadly wound was healed is the fall of the Roman Empire. The fall of the Roman Empire. It's like Rome was dealt a death blow, but it didn't die.
Right.
And now Rome's wound is healed up. And Rome is rose up again in the earth in America. America embodies Rome. You understand?
Oh.
America is Rome, spiritually Rome and Egypt all over again. Right? And they cause all that dwell in the earth to worship the first beast. That's where your Catholicism comes in, or your Christianity, which is where Christianity comes from, Roman Catholicism. This beast is causing everybody to accept Christianity, which is why they're so mad about Charlie Kirk, because Charlie Kirk was talking this Bible talk and this and that, which really, I examined some of his breakdowns. He stole everything from UPK and just claimed it white. When they say, well, you know, the Bible doesn't talk about white nationalism, he pulled all the precepts about loving your nation and doing things for your nation and shit like that. It's damn near like he take what we talk for ourselves and he just made it white. You get the point? Not with all the things he say, but if you actually listen to the stuff he's saying when he pulling precepts, that's damn near he listened to what we say and just made it white for him. That's all the hell he did, which is why we say what? Do not try this at home, Charlie K. Right. The men in this video are trained professionals. We know what we doing. We know what the fuck we doing, according to Trump. Trump said they don't know what they're doing. We know what we doing. That's why you got a bullet in your neck. You didn't listen to the disclaimer. The men in this video are trained professionals. Do not try this at home. And you tried it. You try to pull precepts about Jeremiah and this and that, thinking you're bringing Christianity back and Christ died for this and that. And you try to make the Bible practical to your people. The Bible is not for you. Just like your constitution is not for me, and you violate me with your constitution every day. Our constitution says if we return to Christ, he's going to come back and he's not going to just violate you. He's going to give us justice and rulership over you, which is why I need to say no to myself now. Because when it's come times to rule, what would Black people try to do? What would we try to do, Shepard?
Be America again.
We would try to build America. We would try to be compassionate, give them less work, make the whip into a cushion. We would try to pray for the slaves on Mashak plantation because he just so cruel. Like how they say, pray for Ukraine. You need to deny yourself and know you need to do this job, even though it might break your heart to sell some devil's child when under Christ's government. You doing this for your forefathers and foremothers who could not save your foreparents when they was on their plantation. You have to do this. This is your duty. And in order to do that, you can't yield to weed and whores. You think Shannon Sharp could be a slave master? They're going to sell that daughter out. They just go and tell him how big and strong he is. You is big, nigga. We're going to turn the whole plantation over. We're going to have an uprising on our... you think Martin Luther King could be a slave master? No. That ain't going to happen. But they're going to worship Christianity because of this beast, which is Roman Catholicism. Roman Catholic means universal Roman. Catholic means universal Roman. That's what Roman Catholicism is. It's making you a Roman no matter where you are. You are a Roman. And that's where Christianity comes from. All religions come from the Catholic Church. They're break-offs. Sidebar. I'm going to do another class on this. Every single religion was started by some white man who decided to break off from the current establishment. Right? From Martin Luther, who started the Protestants. From all that. Every single one of them, the Scientologist nigga, break off from the established religion. Being a break off is white culture, fake Israelites. That has nothing to do with being righteous. Going and starting your own Israelite group, you're just a white man doing what white people do, which is when they get fed up, they break off and start their own thing. That's how America got started. You get the point? That's how America got here. They're breaking off right now and making their own colonies somewhere and making little America somewhere. In the Bible, you can't break off. You got to go through the rough time with Israel so you could rise in the good times with Israel. You get the point? Let's keep going. Hold on, let me skip you down because I'm going to go through this a little more next week if you need to, all right? Give me the image in his mind. Give me 16.
16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Go ahead.
17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him.
Hold on, stop right there. Give me just them two verses. What do those two verses mean? Who have it? Who want to take a shot? Go ahead.
It's saying everybody, both great, small, rich, and poor, free or bond. Everybody is going to receive or accept this ideology, and you can't do no type of business unless you accept this ideology.
That's in essence what it's saying. And no man shall buy or sell, save that he may have the mark of the beast or the name of the beast or the number of his name. This is talking about trade and commerce. Not an individual man, but a nation. You see them tariffs Trump was doing? That's part of the mark of the beast. He's exercising his force through economic means to cut people off, to carve people out. And the threat is you're going to starve or we're going to send that military in there if you don't want to play ball. That's what's going on with Venezuela. Venezuela didn't want to play ball and had ties with Russia and China. Ain't no problem. We'll just send the military in there with you. We'll create a war and we'll send the military in there. You're gonna obey us one way or the other. You could bend the knee to Caesar Borgia now and just give us everything. Or we'll just come in there and blow everything up until you want to worship him. Until you want to do it. That's the mark of the beast. Now, next week, I'm going to go into it some more. Time ran away. This is what I want to give you all. To defeat the mark of the beast, what do you need? To defeat Christianity, to defeat the oppressor oppressing you, what do you need? That's right. I'll give that a hand. The Spirit of Christ. He'll never take that accolade, but you need the Spirit of Christ.
Right.
You need our King Yahushua and the Spirit of Christ, who commanded Yahanna for sure embodies and teaches us to have. The Spirit of Christ is what? Sis, pass the mic to you, sister.
Brotherhood and sisterhood.
Come on, Yahanna, boys. That jacket is all right, sis. Don't worry about it. I ain't gonna take it to come, sis. I ain't gonna take it. The Spirit of Christ is brotherhood. And in the UPK, brotherhood is a weapon. And it's the only weapon that can defeat white supremacy, which, handles the mark of the beast, which swings the mark of the beast. Brotherhood is rooted here. Give me Matthew 18 and 15. And this is especially for young brothers and sisters coming into the truth, because things might happen that's going to affect you, that's going to, offend you, that's going to test your faith. It's temptation. All right, give me Matthew 18 and 15 real quick. Anybody who have it?
It's Matthew chapter 18, verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother.
Right? Matthew 18 and 15. This is a law. This is not negotiable. Right? For you younger brothers and sisters in the truth, you're not just coming in your 90 days, you're a trooper, you're in 90 days, or sister, just get your name. As you come in the truth, we are going to, there's offenses must happen. That's what Christ said. You're going to get offended. We're going to offend each other. Why? Because we work together. We hear together. You get me? Somebody in Eastern Europe honestly can't really offend me because I'm not around them to be offended. You get the point? Yeah. The offense is going to come because we're here. It's like anything that's close together, it's going to rub. There's going to be friction somewhere. If thy brother offend thee, go to him and him alone. Don't go to nobody else and talk about what, Shapat did or Mashak did. Don't do that shit. That shit is slack, your brother. If I had to call me, I'd have called you out. God damn, we won. You get the point? I'm just using for example, though. Don't go do that. It's very feminine. And it's the type of feminine that's not good. It's a worldly type of thing. Do not go do that. This is the other thing to not do. Do not accept somebody coming to you to talk about another person. You get a call. Hey, you know what so-and-so did to me, man? Something. Let me tell you what this is in the spirit. The person who's offended, that doesn't go to the person who caused the offense, but calls a third party. Why are they not going to the person who they say caused the offense? Come on. Running out of time. Come on, brother.
They're scared.
They're scared. Otherwise known as? You're right on it. Give me another synonym for being scared. Synonym for being scared. No, the question, not that. Salaki. Never say that. Coward. And being weak. Because it takes some strength to go to somebody and say, I did not like what you did. I didn't like what you said or what you didn't say. Why? Because it could make you seem vulnerable. Because in the world, what happens when you go do that? What happens? What do they say, brother? What do they say? You go in the world, you talk to some brother in the world, hey, or brother, I feel a type of way. You offended me when you didn't say, hey, what's up to me? What do normally happen in the world when you do that?
Well, I don't know. Well, the word I come from is shut your bitch ass up.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. What's up with you? You soft now? You soft? Pussy. That's what happens. So it's a reaction. When you're coming in the truth, you might think that's the way. And you think that's the way, not just because it was done to you, but because you done did it to so much other people. People come to you and you're like, man up, nigga. That's not brotherhood. That is absolutely not brotherhood. You get the point? That's not how the white man looking up with his enemies right now for supremacy. You and your brother can't get nothing together. You get the point? If somebody calls you, now they're scared or they're weak to go tell the offender. When they call you, what are they really saying to you? When they call the third party and you pick up, what are they really saying to you, bro?
That you weaker.
That you weak too.
Oh, okay.
And that they think you a bitch just like them. You cannot sit there and listen to nothing. You say, hey, Salaki, brother or sisters, did you go to them and tell them this? So why the fuck you telling me? Now, if anybody say you're wrong for saying it like that, just say, I said to say it. I'll take you check it. And I'm saying it like that so that they could get offended with you and they'll be forced to take it to counsel. You understand? Or they could not. They could just take that and be like, oh, shit. Put the phone down. But if they are offended, let's take it to counsel. And let's find out why. Well, why did you say, why the fuck you saying it to me? So, because he said so-and-so offended him and he was so he was telling you and you said, oh, okay, I understand. All right, okay, no problem. Why did you not do what Christ said and go to him and him alone? Why didn't you do that thing? That is what brotherhood is based on. Go to him and him alone and tell him his fault. Do it. That's what Christ demanded. I ain't got time to go through this whole thing. I might have to do this next week.
Sluggy Cap, if I may.
Come on out.
And just what you bringing out is so heavy. It's like we in the truth, but it's like it's certain things that I'm experiencing different levels. Like for some reason, I didn't realize that this applies to your spouse. And I know that sounds crazy.
It's like I think you're hanging out with me too much. I think that's my fault.
It sounds crazy, but it wasn't until recently where it's like, damn, this applies with your spouse too. And it fixes, it helps to mend a lot of things. So it's like a lot of times we just don't realize when we offend each other. It's just the way it is. We all come from different backgrounds, even you and your spouse. And so you can do and say things that are offensive and you just don't know it until somebody tells you. And so this right here, I'm seeing this work just in a marriage aspect, like this works all across the board, with brothers, friendships, marriages. Salaki.
It's definitely universal. I give off a second hand for that. It's definitely universal. It goes across the board. I'm gonna go here one further, because Zach is a classy type of brother. He bring it out nice to you. Say a lot of times we don't know we offending each other. I'm gonna tell you the truth because I prefer a strong scotch over sweet tea. Not saying because I can sweet tea at all. This brother is strong as hell. A lot of times we don't give a fuck we offending each other.
Right.
We don't care. You get the point? We do not care. That's the main thing. The one when you don't know, that's an easier fix. The one when you don't care, it's because the offense is not really the offense. The offense is rooted in something else from wherever that you don't know nothing about. You get the point? The root of it all, as soon as something comes up, you gotta go. That's what Kazak is saying. You're gonna have to go. Go ahead, Shapar.
Maybe wouldn't that be rooted from something that you should have You should have took them to the side
from before.
From
That's what
before
I'm saying.
You held on.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. The holding on part. The ideal situation is what Kazak is saying. When this person may not have even been aware of anything. What really happens is when I don't care. That's the thing that gets child support. That's the thing that gets brothers stabbed and killed. That's the thing that just destroys things because you do not care. And the white man goes to the moon. White man deports your brothers. The white man destroys black families while you do not care. This is our weapon now. I'm going to go into this next week, Lord allow, a little bit more. Brotherhood is your weapon. Go to that person. Tell them their fault. And you don't have to, hey, you don't have to be all extra about the shit. Just call. I like to do it face to face. But because of how we live, it's not always easy to do that. Sometimes you have to call. Say, listen, yesterday I came in there, man, and you just walked past me. You ain't say shit. Oh, man, I didn't even realize like what Kazak's saying. You may not even realize. And then it could be, well, I didn't say shit because last week, nigga, you something. Well, why didn't you come to me? At this point, we had to go for a council. Because now it's going to be a back and forth about who was right for the shit. We had to go to a council about this thing here. This thing had to get, we have to go to court. Esau does it in the world. Somebody put up a fence on somebody's line. Nigga, I'll see you in court. I'll see you in court, buddy. You get the point? You're going to have to go to do it. So this thing would be solved so you could defeat white supremacy. The lack of brotherhood is why this oppressor has us how we have. The lack of the spirit of Christ is what's doing it. I'm going to go into it some more. Just remember, brotherhood is a weapon. We'll go into it some more with you young brothers and sisters. In the meantime, we're going to increase this brotherhood. Come on up here, young man. Young brother here. This is time we increase this brotherhood. All right? Oh, damn. All right? I know last week the young brother was ill a little bit. Chipman, you can slide the chair back. But we're going to make this thing official today. Official today. This young brother came into the school. Shapat, when he took an order, like I sent him to conquer a land. I appreciate that, Shapat. Give Officer Shapat a hand. Right? That's the one. That's it, right? Yeah. Right? This brother's name here now is no longer going to be whatever it was. Right? It's no longer going to be whatever it was. His name is now going to be Nasawan. This is the Na, this is the Sa, this is the Wa, and this is the Na again at the end with the A dropped off. All right, Nasawan. It would look like this in English. Nasawan, and it means standard bearer. Right? The Lord said he'll set up an ensign among the nations for Israel. Right? And an ensign is like a big banner. Right? And in every war, you have a standard bearer who bears the standard of the army or the military or the so and or the company. Right? In the spirit of, you are going to have to be the standard bearer for the truth. You are going to hold the standard of the truth. You're going to hold the standard of this school wherever you are, wherever you go. You already have that type of spirit. You need now to let go of the old man and hold on to that thing, because you now is to be in that banner for the rest of DC, Maryland, Virginia, wherever you are. You have to be the standard of the school, the standard of the spirit of Christ, the standard of everything you learn. From now on, you are going to be called Nasawan, which means standard bearer. You're going to be the standard of this truth. You cannot let that thing go. Now, listen, with this name comes responsibility. You're not going to be you're being offered to be a trooper in the school. You'll receive the rank of a trooper in the Israelite school at UPK under Commander John Yahanna. Is this something you want to do, or you sure? It'll take a minute now. It's hell on this side, we just make this shit look good. This shit probably look good, but it's hell over here. It's problems. You sure you want some of these problems? You don't want you to be comfortable in the world no more. You sure? I'm telling you, it's hell on. You positive most of the Christ. From now on, you're going to be known as Trooper Nasuan. You're going to report for camp ASAP. The brothers going to let you know how to do this thing. Make this thing official with the oil on your head, all right? Let me get some paper towels too for the brother. He might need it. Let me get the priest up here. All right, real quick. Let me get the who have it? Watching the rock. Fine. So you got it. Yeah, I have it on my phone here. How is it be? The high priest on the right or the left? Which one is it? Left? Yeah. Okay, you sure? All right, no sir. When I point to you, you're gonna say your name, all right? Yabaraka Yahweh.
Yabaraka Yahweh.
Waya Shamarka.
Waya Shamarka.
Ya are Yahweh.
Ya are Yahweh.
Pan Yahweh.
Pan Yahweh.
Al-Yaka.
Al-Yaka.
Waya Kanka.
Waya Kanka.
Yashar Yahweh.
Yashar Yahweh.
Pan Yahweh.
Pan Yahweh.
Al-Yaka.
Al-Yaka.
Waya Shamlaka.
Waya Shamlaka.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashem.
Bahashem.
Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Shah.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Magan.
Magan.
Hagan.
Hagan.
Nathawan.
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 Nathawan. Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
So what Aman?
What Aman.
What we just said was Yahweh bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh make his face to shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless, heal, shield, and protect Nasawan in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, and so be it. Congratulations. Welcome to hell, brother. Welcome to faith. SHALAM. SHALAM. Congratulations again. All right, we could just do these salute Shabbat, but we over the time, all right?
Salute to the teacher.
Yahweh Yahweh Shai Brakathum.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Brakathum.
Yah give Matah Saw, which means to turn. Sisters, you may stand. Mike. Men of Israel, we'll give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Mount Shabbat. Correct.
Yahweh Shema Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Yah give Matah, class dismissed.